Beep boop beep doo.
Skibbity bop da da.
Skibbity bop.
da.
See.
I wonder, do I have that sound? I think I do.
I don't know.
All right, I think.
Do ya?
Yeah, the stream looks like we
pretty
are
sure I do.
live. So hello, internet. Hello,
there
players.
It is, but I don't want to do it because I think it's very loud right now.
It is very loud.
If I hit it, then it's gonna make it very loud. No, don't worry about it.
Hello, internet. Welcome to
Especially since
Pathfinder.
Welcome
We're on
to
the path of
another episode of
finds.
Game Theory. But yeah. Welcome to us
Rest in
playing.
peace, Matthew Pathu.
Yeah, RIP. But welcome to us more Pathfinder shenanigans and such, doing Tomb of Annihilation. And let's see, recap. When last we left the pork shop, the party, the BG boys, were waltzing around in Omu, and they have been getting kind of busy, putting together a army of some of the factions, mostly just frog and lizard people, to take on the Snursons, the dreaded snake people. And before we left off, they noticed that the only real structure in the frog person's territory was one of the shrines. And they were like, hey, can we pilfer your holy site? And the main dude was like, sure, if you can figure it out. And so now here we are, back at the Temple of Nanang. And you got a couple.
Do we know anything about Nanang?
Got a couple frog people hanging out.
My notes.
I forgot if we knew anything.
I forgot.
He's a grung.
Yep.
Wow.
He is believed to be a frog person.
Frogman.
Yeah.
Frogman.
Don't know where he stands on like some
About
of
2
the
feet
other
high.
trickster gods. Thanks. I meant in the fact, like, for example, no, apparently, at least with all of these things, like, we've seen nothing involving Unk. I don't remember if any of the previous temples had anything involving Nang Nang.
If you would like to try to remember, you could do an Omu lore check. Try to remember his part in the Tale of the Nine Gods.
As we're kind of vibing and all that stuff, I'll do so. Natural 20 for 37.
All right.
Wow.
And
so tell me everything I keep asking about.
Yeah,
with no lines.
With that, I'll actually just give you the full. You finally have enough pieces that you have remembered the full retelling of the legend of the Nine Gods. Long ago, the god Ubtao hardened his heart and vowed to weep for the people of Omu no longer. The rain stopped, the jungles withered and died, and death swept through Omu. One morning, a wise Zorbo emerged from her hollow tree and spoke to the dying Omuans. To convince Ubtao of their worth, she decided to cook him a stew made from all their good qualities. Catching such virtues wouldn't be easy, so she asked a wily Almirage to help her. The Almirage snuck recklessness into the pot, which she saw as a virtue, and Ubtao spat out the stew when he tasted it. From that day on, Obalaka, the Zorbo, and Injin, the Almirage, became terrible enemies. At noon, a brave Commandant hopped down from her rock. She saw the evil in the Omuans' hearts and decided to lance it like a troublesome boil. The Commandant fashioned a holy spear, but she left it by the riverbank, and a crafty grung stole it. In her rage, Shagambi, the Commandant, forgot all about the Omuans and chased Nang the grung, forever across the sky. When the evening came, a wily Eblis stepped from his reed hut. He didn't like the Omuans, but without them, he'd had no one to play his tricks on. The Eblis sent a marsh frog to reason with Ubtao. The frog was angry and decided to wrestle the god instead. This amused Ubtao, so he gave the frog tentacles to make it stronger. When Kubazan the Froghemoth returned to Papazodal the Elbless, he chased Papazodal into the swamp with his new tentacles. That night, a Sioux monster broke into Ubtal's place and stole a pail of water for the Omuans. When the god came running to find it, the Sioux monster hid the pail in a Jukuli's burrow. Ubtal asked that jungle animals where his water was hidden, and Moa, the Jukuli, was too honest to lie. When Wongo, the Sioux monster, found out how Moa had betrayed him, he vowed to catch the Jukuli and eat him up. All the while, Unk, the flail snail, lived deep under the earth. The noise of the other monsters fighting made her slither up to the surface. And when day dawned over her shell, the light blinded Ubtal and made his eyes water. Life returned to Omu, and the people built shrines to honor the animals who saved them.
Thank
Nice.
fuck I was able to find that fucking thing online.
That
I'll refer to it if you need questions.
that whole thing was just like a fucking fever dream. What the hell?
I
Little
kept
bit.
trying to tell the DM, hey, is there a way that do you have this shit copied down somewhere? But luckily I found it.
But yeah, that is the basic story of the Nine Gods, a classic children's tale of Chult.
All right then.
Yeah.
The Kamaran fashioned a holy spear. We found the holy spear that was with Shigambi, which was a test of what was that? Loyalty, honesty? It was a quote unquote good virtue.
I believe it was
Can
it was either honesty or
Can anyone
fairness.
so that we can all
Yeah.
reference it? Can someone share the link for that? 'Cause
I'll
I was
just-
trying.
I'll just do this, and I will copy it and send it in the chat.
Oh,
Okay.
Here in-
because you got bit by the ghoul.
Yeah.
You're being
Okay.
hunted.
Give me a moment to just.
Well,
separate
it's-
it properly.
I thought the cologne that Sashik made helped with that. Okay.
Well, you guys have been
Really?
waddling around in the water all day, so
Yeah, you're right.
knows?
You're right. All right.
Yeah, you totally went completely underwater.
You may as well take in a bath for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
But yeah, while you guys are kind of just hanging out, talking, chilling with the frog people. Yeah.
Thing about that as well, since wanted it to kind of be brought up in the recap. Gossa
Lou.
also. Oh,
You posted that in the Fangs of the North.
Womp womp.
Eto Blair.
Well, honestly, none of them deserve to have it because I'm the only one that knows all this shit. But
That's up to you, man.
yeah, but I'll post it here anyway, because Anadi fucking remembers everything. Here we go.
This man needed to have Omu lore for a children's tale. Lamau.
Oh yeah. Let me.
Yeah,
delete
it's 'cause
this and tell
most
me how
people
much you
don't
know about
remember it.
That's why I went archaeologist, honestly. All right. The Grung, on the other hand, here we are, stole a spear that the Grung stole. In the rage, Shigambi, the Kamadan, forgot about the other moons and chased Nang Nang the Grun forever across the sky. So there might be a running speed challenge, maybe?
Well, based off of that, one of them is probably. This is just me thinking out loud. One of them probably represents the sun. One of them probably represents the moon. You just got to figure out which one's which, and it may be involved here.
I don't know if any of them represent any of that personally. I don't
That
think
seems
there's
a little-
mention of the sun and the
Little
moon these
cliche,
days.
don't you think?
Well, yeah. The reason I say that though is because just comparing it to other. Never mind.
You talking about like the wolves that do that in Norse
Yeah.
mythology?
Yeah.
There's two wolves inside you, and they're both making out.
What?
But yeah, I'm drawing connections. Anyways,
I mean, that might be the case. I'd probably make Nang Nang the fucking make him the moon, and
Yeah.
the Kamadan Shigambi their son, because the Kamadan made a holy spear, and the holy spear's
Yeah, no, I
sounds like
could
it'd
see
be
it.
bright.
Yeah. Anyways.
All right, but we know that Moa is honest as fuck, so that's kind of good to know from this. There's a bunch of information here that I'm going to be reading through while we do this. But we now also know that Iljin, or Injin, is an Almirage. And Obalaka was a Zorba. I think that gives us all of the races. So we have Moa being a Jakuli, Kubazan, Froghemoth, Shigambi, Kamadan, Ankh, Flail Snail, Ijin, Almirage, Wongo, Subeast, Papazotl, Eblis, Obalaka, Zorbo, Nang, Grung. So possibly if we see these creatures near these locations, we can assume that they're defenders or that they need to be respected.
And for the players who don't know, an Almirage is a jackalope, but they have unicorn horns.
Instead of antlers.
Okay.
And the
They're really cute.
and a Zorbo is a drop bear.
So what?
Yeah.
A drop
yeah.
bear.
No, that's it. Yeah, the drop bear, bro.
What's that?
You don't know about drop bears?
It's a bear that
I have
drops
no idea
on
what
you.
the fuck a drop bear is.
No,
Bro,
I'm
they're
pretty
native
sure
to
a
Australia.
I'm pretty sure a Zorba
Ah.
is a Futurama character.
Yeah. No.
They're just murderous koala bears that hang out in trees and drop on you and kill you.
Yeah.
Well, they look very
What the
similar
fuck?
to koala bears, but like
Yeah.
this is true. Like
People-
they look very similar to koala bears, but they unironically like fall from trees and land on people, and that's kind of how they get people.
Yeah.
What the?
People got
what the
mauled
hell is
by
wrong with Australia?
People got
Yeah.
mauled by so many
It's
koala
not-
bears, they turn them into cryptids.
Yeah, it's not an actual.
But
When
what
you
can
say
you-
Subies, though,
Mhm.
is
Oh.
this what you're talking about? One of these
Uh,
things? I posted in the Discord.
We're talking about
Nope.
the things on the back, but I believe in
A
this
Subeast is a monkey.
edition is a monkey.
Yeah.
It's like an angry
Okay.
monkey.
Because that's the only Sue I know. That
Oh,
and a
you should
boy.
meet her. She's
Yeah.
very
There's a boy named Sue that I know.
That's a drop bear.
Yeah.
Cool.
We've already told them that it was a lie, which you guys are not living up to Australian standards. You never admit it until they
Well,
get
what can you expect from the
That's the
country
point.
that lost 2 wars against emus?
Yeah, but they have better bants than all of America. You can't deny it.
I can.
Dude, after
Yeah.
knowing about that emo shit, like anything's possible there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pretty sure
anyways.
Zorbo's a Futurama character.
All right. Anyways, so we are at this fucking location.
Nang.
How are Imbok, Yorb, and oh god, what was his name? Noddle?
Yeah.
How they're all faring?
They're all doing all right. They're kind of just hanging about. Yorb, he's kind of just hanging out on his dinosaur, and Mbok is doing his best to be a pseudo leader as they're all still gathering people up.
All right. So we were told by the chief that we were like good to go in here, right?
Yeah.
He said we can go in there as long as we can figure it out. So.
All right. Well, in that case, I'll walk up to the door cautiously and start
Alright.
looking around.
It explodes.
Wait for me.
This
As,
is
as
you approach, monoliths adorned with prancing frog-like figures rise from the swamp. Beyond, a ruined edifice shaped like a arrowhead squats in the muddy water. Bushes and trees grow from its roof. At the pointed front of the building, steps ascend towards the door, caked in slime. And so it's a little bit of a slick walk to get up actually to the door, but you succeed. And just like the other doors, takes a little bit of a shove, but eventually you crack it open. And do you?
Oh.
Well, I'm going to assume, because none of the other doors are trapped, this one might not be trapped, but I look at my very muscular man. It's just something for you all to do first. I get out of the way.
Yep, the muscular men do muscular men things. And
You got
open up
this.
the
Every
door.
time.
And once you
Alright.
do, you reveal a mostly hollowed out structure that glistens and glints with gold and gems, fancy painted potteries, large treasure chests.
Oh fuck.
Don't fucking touch anything until I say it's good.
As your torches shed light over the rooms filled with treasure chests, heaped with coins, polished arfamore, strings of pearls, and ornate pieces of armor, set into the floor in front of another double door is a mosaic depicting a frog-like humanoid beating a leopard that has snakes emerging from its shoulders.
Yeah, that's
Cuneiform
the
inscriptions are woven above
Sorry,
and
she got me.
below the combatants. And upon reading it, it's just that the segment of the tale of Nang Nang stealing the spear from Shagambi, and then the phrase, Nang Nang teaches us to serve only ourselves.
Okay.
Just
Go touch everything.
No.
I'm touching all the
That's
candy!
exactly what that's exactly what this trial is for. All right.
It's the Cave of
There's-
Wonders, man.
It is a cave of wonders, which is exactly why we're not going to take anything that we don't fucking need yet. Bob, I'll just point out something. Zig has 13,000 gold pieces in his bag of holding. All right, we're rich. We don't need anything in here.
It's
We really
actually
do.
it's actually 11,624 gold and
So you
50
spent
silver.
1,000 something. Okay, fair enough. It's more than enough to live out your entire life in luxury.
But what if there's like a lamp?
Do not touch anything inside.
A frog genie comes out.
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
Do frogs have necks?
Nope.
I mean,
This
technically,
This isn't
It's
canon.
it's very short necked. Anyway, I'm gonna step inside and see if I can find traps.
all right.
Actually, wait,
Yes.
Gossa.
I don't want to
Yes.
be near you while you're looking for traps.
Well, I get that. You have detect magic.
Past experiences have
That
made me more cautious.
That was unironically one time. Like, I look at my fake watch. I look at my wrist where there should be a watch.
You
3,
can only
4
die
months
one
ago.
time, Anati.
Unless we bring you back to suffer again.
You only die once.
Well, that's true, but like, what if you got brought back? And that's exactly why we're here for the death curse. Because
we
there are
can't.
people who can't
Oh,
come
we
back.
can't.
Well, yeah,
we
until
can't.
until you get the death curse done, and then you can do it.
Yeah,
Again.
I don't. What, do you want to take on the death curse without Gossa?
Bare-handed.
She has detect magic. What happened? Did something happen between now and last time we went to a fucking thing? She helped with detect magic then. Whatever. I do my thing and I start looking around.
Okay.
31 for traps.
All right. You begin to.
Once the naughty is 30 feet in there away from Gossa, she'll detect magic.
Okay. Anadi begins to prance around, look everything over.
I'm very gentle. I'm not prancing at all.
Yeah, tiptoeing like the Grinch. Just
Yeah.
na-na-na-na-na.
Well, it's not bad.
But you have no tingling in your spider senses, which once again gives you
Do
a
I have
weird
to make a check
sensation.
for every room, or
No,
can I like?
but as you get closer to the other set of double doors, they explode. You see more writing above. Oh, that's the wrong passage. You see more writing.
Oh, that's the wrong passage.
Yeah, more writing above the second door.
The
Once
ancient
again-
tomes must be incomplete.
Yeah,
Do
once
need a
again
moment.
in Old Omuan. Whoever among you is the richest, bring me your gifts.
All right.
Well, I think we just established that.
Wait. I read it. I didn't read it out loud. I'm going to look at just to potentially see if this correlates, I'm going to look at one of these chests. Is there any identifying marks? And let's say it's this one, if we have to be specific.
Identifying marks, as in like company brands?
Is there
or...
writing? Sure, brand, whatever.
No.
If there's any form of markings, sigils, if there's like, oh, this one's ornate.
There's no signifiers denoting like guild, company, any kind of political faction or whatever, but they're just nice looking chests, very well crafted, and each of them is they can't be closed with how much treasure is inside of them.
So I actually have a question here. So if we already determine that all of these rooms are not trapped?
I don't
From
believe they're
Anadi,
trapped, but I want to do a thing.
From Anadi doing his survey, he does not believe that the rooms are trapped.
Before you step in, though, I'm going to look at the doorway threshold. Is there any markings on it as well?
Not on the inside.
Okay, fair enough. I think it's safe to come in. My thought was potentially those who enter the temple would have to show their riches, and technically, you all haven't stepped in yet. But if you want to come in, do so.
All right. In that case, I will step in and just kind of enter this first room here.
Oh yeah, I'd
But
love
any
to step
chest
into
yet?
I'd love to step
Without-
into the self-serving god's shrine.
Without like touching anything or like really moving a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Would it be reasonable to say that I could use my connection to metal to attempt to determine if all of the gold is real?
You
Like if it's actually gold or if it's something else.
You sense out. How does that link your metal sense? What does that say?
Hold on, let's see. All right, give me a second to find it because it's not like an explicit thing that it calls out. So
Okay.
I'll find something that fits.
I mean, I'm looking at the base kinesis, which is probably like the thing
Yeah,
that would most likely have it.
It's kind of where I was
And that's
going.
about generating, moving, and suppressing.
Yeah, it's
but-
about sensing.
I guess if you tried to like do something and it didn't function, you would know it's not metal.
Yeah.
Is it magnetic? Moves with mind.
Yeah, I guess that would be kind of what it falls up under is the base kinesis, and I will link that so you can make your own determination.
All right. You try to mentally shift some of the coins, and they do.
Okay, so it is at least metal.
All right. Don't try. Remember, we're trying to go for one of these temples where we don't activate the traps. See if we can get one.
In the meantime, Gasa's going to try to ingratiate herself to Chief Yorb.
Oh, you're not gonna do detect magic anymore?
I did.
Oh.
You said there was nothing.
Oh, I
Well, you
must have been responding
want
to
to come
someone
inside
else.
and do that?
But if you
I'll walk around outside and do it.
outside the temple, there is no magic.
Got a
But-
30-foot range, so it should get
Stuff
inside there.
It does. Inside,
Does it work?
you
through
can
walls?
feel enchantment.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Oh.
Enchantments.
What?
What?
Enchantments. Good
Oh.
luck.
Where?
Everywhere.
It's not that not that specific. It got downgraded significantly from Pathfinder First Edition.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you.
From what?
Are
worry
enchantments
about it.
lethal? Like,
They can be.
No, it's
What?
usually mental magic.
oh, great.
Stuff like Phantasmal Killer, Phantasmagoria.
This sounds
Yeah.
horrible. All right.
Yeah, that's awful.
Feeble Mind.
Yeah. Thank you, Gosha. Thank you. Well, so thing is, as per what the door says,
Mhm.
those of us who is richest, my head kind of flicks over my shoulder to Zig, will have to kind of show themselves or show their wealth. In fact, I'm just going to reread exactly what it says in Zach's voice.
What?
Yeah,
Oh wow, in his voice, huh?
yeah.
I'm very good at it.
Wow.
It says, whoever among you is the richest, bring me your gifts.
The fuck out of here! What?
Man, Anati, you sound
So-
just like me.
Yeah. I'm
All
a
right.
very good ventriloquist.
Whose voice are you doing, Anati?
This one guy that I knew named Zach a few years ago. You know, bit of a prick. Not gonna lie,
You right.
but he's pretty cool.
So I mean, if we have to give a gift, I mean, I'll reach into the bag and I'll pull out 4 precious gems and I'll set it on the pedestal.
How much are they worth?
I don't know, but they're from the magma scorpions.
Fuck, that was a while ago. IRL, it was a while ago.
It was like the last big place you guys went to. But
It was like 3 weeks ago.
you pull out these
Okay.
4 precious gems that you stole from the beating heart of an elemental. Place them
Stole?
on the dais.
We killed him.
Yeah, stole. Grave
Yeah.
robbed.
Just like you stole his life.
Yeah.
Syntax.
And as you do so, the doors begin to
Technically correct.
open up. Oh. And
Right.
in the
I'm gonna
middle,
do the thing again.
there's a little bit of more treasure in there. But in the middle of this dusty room, a stone cube rests on a pedestal carved and painted to resemble a squat humanoid frog.
Give me a moment to do my thing. 31 again as I start looking around the room.
You survey the area, and you detect no signs of traps.
Hey, Gossa. Can someone get Gossa and ask her if the magic is still here now that we've opened the door?
Yeah, okay. Casso.
I'll do another. Actually, you know what? Let me make sure I had detect magic because I think I skipped it because I think I just took read aura.
Oh, fuck. Well, that's actually is good because that could tell us what type of magic.
I do have read aura. Yeah, no detect magic.
All right.
Shit.
So in the main rooms, you read enchantment, and in the back room, you read abjuration.
Hmm.
I would have figured conjuration
Yeah, blue
for the
knows
back
that.
rooms.
Ah,
Hero
sorry.
point.
Are you asking for one or are you giving him one?
I'm giving myself one.
Okay.
but yeah,
So what is it, Gossa?
It's just more enchantment stuff. Or you said it was so sorry. You said abjuration back here, enchantment elsewhere.
I think the enchantment was here if I point an arrow, and this is the abjuration. What kind of spells can abjuration do?
It's defensive magics. Actually, I don't know if I know that. I don't. I have like 0 in Arcana. 1 second.
Huh.
probably
That's
don't.
not bad for 0.
I think I would at least know what abjuration magic does.
Oh, we'll say sure. Basic Harry Potter magic classes.
I didn't. If you don't critically fail at Arcana, I feel like you should at least know what the different
Schools.
traditions do. Yeah. So yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's a protective magic.
Do you mean like, well, no, that'd be like evocation. But Blue doesn't, or Nani doesn't know that.
Forbidding ward, for example, that I can cast
Oh.
as abjuration.
So it's protected, maybe. Is there any writing in this room? I'm gonna start looking around.
What's the writing on the walls?
Yeah.
Someone scrawled war pigs on the side of the wall in blood.
Oh,
When we get introduced to the pig people,
Pig people.
orcs.
Shit. Shit. Does anyone in our party have dispel? Does anyone in our party have a way to remove magic from an object?
Yeah,
Other-
bacon.
Well, no. Last time you did that, you got shot with how many arrows?
Oh, I didn't take it. Actually, I might not even have access to it.
Fair enough.
So, Gossa, can you tell what item has the magic aura?
I think it might be the cube.
If Anadi would like to step out, I will step in and take a look
What?
further.
Anadi does look hurt, but doesn't argue.
Into the sunlight.
Anadi, as you kind of walk by, he's like, "You literally hugged me like fucking 4 days ago. This is bullshit."
Wasn't a trap there.
Yeah.
The best that you can
Castle.
surmise.
And she'll make a. Let's see what. I mean, she has some religion. I can make a religion check, or I can also roll like nature or occultism to try to identify the magic that is here.
Well, I was just
Um,
curious if you could guide us to which object was magical.
Or if I can do that, yeah.
Yeah,
I usually have to.
if
so
you
you
just
read
go around
aura.
the room reading aura.
Yeah, I can only
hear-
target one object at a time and takes a minute to cast.
You'll know that there's the essence of enchantment coming from like the pile of money, and the essence of abjuration coming from the coin. Not coin, the cube.
Can I
Alright.
take a moment and just roll, like I said, one of those checks, or have you do a secret roll for one of those checks to try to identify what the magic is?
And whether or not, I don't know if I would help
Uh,
here or not, but I'm also going to try to identify magic using Crafter's Appraisal.
Oh. Well, there we go.
I just needed to know which object was magical.
Yep, that's a neat feat. I'm a fan of that one.
I guess maybe religion or occultism.
They're all the same bonus. They're all plus 15 for me.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, very very poor.
Yeah, but it's trained. It's better than me for some things for sure.
And then if you would like to do
Oh.
your crafter's appraisal, go ahead and make that crafting check.
Alright, I'll be primarily checking the cube.
I'll look at the coins then, and then we can switch.
Doing my best not to touch it.
Thank you.
Also, I have remove curse,
Oh,
but that
was
only
a
works
shitty
on
roll.
people, not
Curse it.
items.
Yep.
That's fucked up.
Yep,
was a
so I can
shitty
help
roll.
you get rid of a curse that you have, but not if it's an item.
Wait,
What if we
wait,
animate
That's
the
not
object?
bad.
am I technically cursed?
No.
Yeah, but that's the death
Good
curse.
question.
Well, no, I meant because of those ghouls.
No, that's not a curse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I had a shitty roll.
Shut you down real quick.
Damn.
Curses are supernatural.
I mean, okay.
Alright,
I think a lot of us are supernatural, okay?
did either of us learn anything?
All right. Gasa, you said you were checking the coins?
The coins.
All right. You can infer that they are...
Infer?
Infer? Either. That they, while they do have the enchantment on them, it seems that every coin has enchantment on it. You learn that the enchantment is... what's the best way to describe it? It's not quite an illusion, but is meant to make the coins be
Appear
replicate.
more valuable than they are?
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to explain it.
Okay.
Freshly minted.
Okay.
Alright.
Does Brolin learn anything from the cube?
You're sensing over it and doing what you can to do best to visually survey it. You can induce that, or deduce, whatever the right word is, that the magical aura seems to be coming from the cube.
Okay.
Dasa would like to take a look at the cube then herself to see if she can determine anything more specific. Yeah, we'll do another, if that's all right, Zach.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
Much better.
So, as you peer into its magics, you once again,
Who's I?
it's the same sort of aura that you've been detecting from all the other cubes you guys have been collecting, but for whatever reason, now you feel like you might be starting to get a sense of their purpose. Almost like magnets have a north and a south pole, and they sort of attract each other. You know that these cubes are the north pole to something.
Interesting. Okay.
Compasses? Sorry.
Or they're supposed to combine with something. They're supposed to link together with something.
Door.
Since we're this close, can I?
We're supposed to make a
visually
mega
inspect-
cube.
Yeah, absolutely.
The
The Allspark.
Tesseract, yeah.
Same fucking idea.
Can I look at like the pedestal to just see if there's any traps, like on the pedestal itself, anything out of place?
Sure.
Well,
Dasa will come out and inform a
motherfucker.
Nadi of what she has discovered.
You touch the
Um,
frog, it
Gosh,
explodes.
And then she will back off because she just got a cookie that she's going to eat.
Okay. But yeah, you don't
Lucky.
notice any traps. It just seems to be like a little frog person holding up the stone cube.
Hey, Nadi,
yeah.
should I grab it?
Do you want me to look at it, or do you want me to trust you?
Do it.
I don't know. Pick one.
Yeah, I asked you already. You gotta answer the question.
All right. Well, I guess you're trusting me.
That fuck. I take a step back. I trust you.
All right. With that,
Mhm.
just because I am concerned,
Yeah.
I will activate my aura, my kinetic aura, and go on and do my my metal carapace, so that like the armor forms on my body. Just because, even though I asked him to trust me, I'm not fully confident about it
All right.
myself.
You cover yourself in metal, making yourself highly conductive to any electricity that may be or may not be in the room.
Yeah. Also, all the way.
Absolutely. And then I'm going to kind of raise my shield in the general direction of the pedestal,
Mm-hmm.
reach around it with my hand, and grab the cube.
All right.
And if you'll let me, I will burning jet out of the room.
All right. As you pick up the cube, the doors slam. All the gold coins begin to whirl around and form into a golden golem. Nah, nothing
That'd be
happens.
Fly straight into the closed doors and break your neck.
You grab the cube
Wait, which
and then
doors?
shoot
you're
yourself out.
Fine. He lied to you. I heard it in his voice.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And so I'm just kind of holding the cube in my hand, and I'm like, got it.
Hey,
Nothing happens.
congratulations. Well, surprisingly easy for a dungeon. I look at the gems and I look at Zig. Do you really feel like you're beholden to these things, or like?
Well, I mean, I was gonna do some cool stuff with it.
Like what?
I was gonna get them embossed in my shield.
We'll find you some other gems. I feel. Let's just leave it as an offering.
I don't. Brolin kind of looks around. I assume he hears the conversation. Based off of the inscription, to give up your treasure, I don't think it would be a good idea to. I think that's a no-take backsies. So,
Well, I mean,
I recommend leaving them.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
I mean, that's what I was gonna do, but like,
Oh, okay.
you know,
Zig, if you want them, I step outside. Go ahead.
I also step outside.
no, I mean, it's not like I have anything to spend money on anyway, so it's.
Exactly. If we all fail, that money in your pouch is gonna mean nothing.
All right, and then I will just kind of walk back, holding the cube in my hand.
And
Alright.
so
I do not.
I just look longingly at the gems. I'm like, I'll be back. And I
As
walk
you
out.
as you come walking out, Chief Yorb kind of looks over. Is like, oh, that's neat looking. What's that? Oh, that's the
Yes.
all right. Yep.
Cube.
The cube.
It's the
Yep.
It's the
Yep. Of
Yeah,
course
the
it is.
thing
Yeah.
we mentioned earlier. I'm gonna look at him. Does he seem to know what he's looking at?
Make a it's perception check. 31.
31.
You can tell he's pretending to know what he's talking about.
It's like a key. Don't worry about it.
Ah,
No, I think
we
he's
don't know what
just.
it's a key to yet.
yes, of
I
I
course.
think he's just surprised that we acquired it so easily.
Yeah, of course.
It's like a fucking king. He's trying to help us.
But
It's a
I'm
sacred
sure he
treasure.
tried his absolute hardest. I'm sorry, he tried his absolute hardest, and he had more than enough time to do all the research that he needed. We got lucky.
Well, yes, of course.
But
Anyway.
with that,
I seek
Chief
to betray
Yorb-
you, my king.
yes,
Fucking worm tongue. Oh my god.
my blessed worm tongue. But
Oh
No.
my god.
as
Gosso
you guys,
worm
Fuck
tongue.
Gosso.
as you guys are getting done with dealing with the temple, a lot of the frog people have been assembled, and they're like in little formations and squads and such. And they're like, "Well, we are ready to meet up with the others," he says very begrudgingly.
So you want to meet with Chieftain? Fuck, what was his name? Gosso, what
Shashal.
is your? Thank you, Josh. Gosso. You have a very deep voice.
And it's like, well, yeah, if you said you have forged an alliance for us with the lizard people, so we kind of need to all be together so we can come up with a battle plan.
Absolutely.
Question, my king, and I speak to him in Draconic, and I ask, "Do you understand me?"
Don't make noises at me.
Anadi's realizing that she is gonna have to probably act as a translator along with Gosso. Okay, yeah.
But not, my liege. I shall ensure that this goes as smoothly as possible.
That's possible.
I'm gonna spend one of my 2 hero points.
Man, that
Your fake hero.
yeah,
Well,
Alright.
Okay.
I suppose.
It's really, really reassuring.
that slip of the tongue there really cost you.
Yeah.
Gift of gab. Gift of gab.
But after a little bit of time,
What?
Fuck.
What in the fuck?
Oh.
Damn,
Oh,
this
this
is-
is an army. I
yeah,
see.
after a little bit of time of getting everyone regrouped together, Shashik
Recouped.
Shashik draws a little map of the palace that you guys will be invading. And so this is kind of a little thing I came up with to for a like invasion sort of thing. And so anyone
Rations.
who can participate
Delicious.
can do so if they like. But essentially this is going to be kind of like Magic the Gathering, if anyone knows what that is.
Yeah.
No.
So-
Never heard of it.
You can see there is you guys, the BGs, 4
Yeah.
characters, Shashal, Bag of Nails, and Bach, Chief Yorb, and then 8 groups of warriors. Each of them
We're all
has
planeswalkers.
each of them has a green number that is their strength, blue number
We're an Ixalan.
their hit points, and then a little symbol for like a special ability if they have one. And so what is
Okay.
going to happen is you guys have 4 squads. Each will be led by one of these named characters. You can decide who and how many they take with them. So like you would have to at least give 1 to one guy, but then if you want to give Bag of Nails like 3 guys, that's fine. And then whoever you guys decide to tag along with can make use of your special ability for when the fight comes along. And your special ability is that if a character or troop were to die, you guys are basically like a flash that save them from damage, and then you are used up for that counter.
Then we die in the process.
You don't die, but
Oh.
the odds are a little bit in your favor for this to represent that you guys are initiating an ambush or a warband onto the group. However, I also have my own deck of quote-unquote playing cards for the snake people. I have pre-rolled the number of cards each quote-unquote defensive point will get, but I will have to roll randomly what cards I get to play. And so in this first part, you guys will be essentially, as I said, forming your war groups and then determining where those war groups will attack. And then we will get
Zach, if you wanted to play Magic, we could have just hopped on Spell Table. It's okay.
Yeah. Multiple questions. You
Yes.
said that the people we go with, do you mean that as per character or as a group?
As a group.
Okay, just making
The
sure, because I
group
figured
can
that's
go
what,
with-
that's what I would have
Yep.
preferred.
Your group can go with one of the NPCs.
Question about that, though, because
Yes.
I like how you're doing this, but I was curious. I know for a fact, because he did it to me, that Bag of Nails is a fucking incredible shot and the sneakiest motherfucker we've met comparatively to me. Because he has similar feats as far as I recall. Is he like a separate potential unit that can just snipe people from a mile away without worrying about things?
He is not, but to make up for his range and his quick firing capability, he has essentially quick attack, what the little lightning bolt means. And just to be full front DM's view, you will not be able to launch a sneak attack. As stated many times, the snakes have eyes and ears everywhere. They have been watching you the whole time. They know
Well,
that
not
you're going to
exactly.
attack.
Not exactly a sneak attack per se is what I meant. As like, you know, when you put like a sniper in a tower.
High priority
like,
targets.
Yeah, like we kind of want him taking out either high priority targets or, well, I guess we could just talk with the people. Like we want him taking out high priority targets, and he's insanely a good sniper. So like,
You know,
he could probably
doing
do
that
it from
stuff where
a
you
mile away.
shoot the one guy and leave him wounded until his buddies come out to get him, and then you shoot them.
We're in Chult. There's no such thing as war crimes.
What if
The
we
whole
just...
island is a war
Geneva,
crime.
Geneva doesn't exist here.
I mean, what if... But
Medical
hear
Geneva.
me out. What if we put all of the ranged units with Bag of Nails and then we just, like, 300 them?
Well, because Bag of Nails is just better than everyone at it. But since we're not playing it that way, because there's special rules on how this is going, honestly, I'm surprised that we're even doing this kind of.
All right, so can we
I mean-
get
But still.
sorry,
we
just
can-
like a quick rundown
We
on
can
what
skip it
the symbols
and
you
just be like,
assigned?
they attack,
Yeah.
and
We got
we go to the
Leaf,
next part.
Skull and Bones, Shield, Lightning.
So the
Lightning.
leaf, that is essentially the same thing as your guys' ability. The first time a character on your side of the field would die, it doesn't. The skull and bones, death touch, broken shield, trample, lightning bolts, that is quick attack or fast attack. The kneeling
the
person.
swords.
Oh, the swords, double strike, and the kneeling person is like a tap target creature. And then
Okay, and the snail.
his snails, when he goes into combat, he summons a bug swarm.
Gotcha. Now, if we put units with a commander,
Mm-hmm.
are they sort of like considered like? Do they become one big unit? So like if we put
So
Like
to
if we
give an
put-
example of how it'll work, say you do chief with like screamers and guard. That is your group. And you want this
Mhm.
group
Engage.
to attack, say, this side of the wall. When you do that, this will essentially become your hand of playing cards. So then you be like, I want to play screamers first. And in response, I will play whatever the Yanti cards have
okay,
to offer.
because I was gonna say like, could we do something awful like put the bow gunners with bag of nails and put death touch on somebody with quick attack?
The bow.
Like stack their buffs.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fucking. That honestly, that makes sense for him.
For keeping this somewhat simple, it's going to be
I
the
understand.
bow
Yeah, I was
gunners
just-
have death touch.
Yep, got it. I was just curious. Well, so whoever we put the bow gunners with, we don't want to send them out first because we want to use them in response to something big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question as well.
Mm-hmm.
Since this is technically set up, and I'm assuming this is all talked through with Shishal and Yorb, we're having like a discussion on a war plan, and we draw out this map or whatever.
Yeah, that's what this whole
can
is.
Anadi ask?
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
the whole setting up the groups. This is you creating a war plan with everyone.
Okay. Can Anadi ask the bowgunner gang if whatever their death touch is, because if this is potential, if that's like a poison or something that he or she can borrow?
Yeah, they just have poison that they put on their blow darts.
What kind of poison?
Nondescript poison. Hunting poison.
Well, what level would it be? So if I put it on my weapon,
Something level appropriate.
Ancient tribe secret.
yeah. Well, I brought this people of the stars. I want to know if I can have some DM.
Sure. Give yourself a vial of any level 10 poison that you want.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's
Level
good.
10.
I mean, we are level 10.
Yeah.
Level 10 or lower if there's not
I
a level 10
forget.
poison.
Yeah,
Thank you, DM.
we've gotten pretty high up in both games with you, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy,
So-
man.
Yeah.
I'm sure you factored this in ahead of time. I just was curious. Was there any benefit given to the lizardmen for us helping make metal weapons for them instead of just tribal weapons?
For this, not really.
Okay, cool.
That poison.
Like you said, it's super weird. It's different, so like that makes sense. I was just curious.
Yeah, I tried to, in my brain, I considered going through as like a war group, like simplifying them down to basically being playing cards was like the easiest way I could think to do this.
Yep.
So okay,
Checks.
I have another question. Does this work like magic, where if you don't kill a unit, it regains its health
They do not.
after like the round? Okay,
All
That is the
damage
case,
is sustained.
I think it might be a good idea to send like the runners or either the archers with Shishal, because if they die to something, they'll have lowered its health at least, and then Shishal can just punch through it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking the
Shashal's-
same thing. Like the runners with Shashal, because I kind of want to have something beefy with Inbox, so like the Krokors with him.
Yep.
Oh yeah, is Inbox just a 1/1?
Yep.
Yes, I love it.
Because
he
he
goes
is a
first.
he is a
Wow.
he is a
Goes first, not
non-special weak solo frog.
What if we put the shamans with him?
Yeah, I was gonna say the Krokors and the shamans with Mbok to try to keep his ass alive.
Well,
Um,
I got a feeling we're gonna lose some people.
Well,
I wanna know which group-
Imbok is like royalty in his tribe. It would be a shame for him to have fallen in such a,
Yeah, his dad will be
gruesome
totally sad
battle.
about
But
it.
also,
What classification is Nuddle? Is he a Krokor?
Yep,
'Cause I
she
want
was a
Krokor to go with
Krokor.
Imbok. She? Oh,
Yeah, we did decide on she,
I.
because that was your whole thing about why doesn't it have lizard titties?
You brought that up. I
No.
remember.
That-
I didn't bring it
That
up.
doesn't sound
Um,
right.
I know for a fact I didn't bring it up this time. I was surprised someone else did. It wasn't me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look
How-
at me. If I go through that fucking video, I guarantee it, and I'll post it, and then you'll be like, well, doesn't matter. It happened, and I'll be like, pff. Basically, I have no chance of winning. Either I'm right, and you're like, or I'm wrong, and you're like, and I'm like, okay.
How about putting the screamers with bag of nails?
I was thinking putting the screamers with someone who wouldn't already strike faster.
Okay.
Yeah, but the screamers have the tap ability, meaning they could tap someone and then fucking.
Yep.
Bag
So
of Nails could
essentially,
probably hit the fuck out of them.
when
Ooh,
you
it
play the
might Be a
screamers,
good idea to.
whatever the next enemy will be played would come in tapped. So they
Yeah.
wouldn't get to
If
attack.
that is the case, if we can switch stuff out, it would
Yeah.
be good to combine the screamers with the bow gunners. Because the screamers could tap something, and the bow gunners could swap in and kill it before it gets a chance to strike them. I'm just suggesting that. I'm not saying.
No, I agree.
What if we put the... Are we going into battle with one of these as well, or are we just putting ourselves
We
with
choose
someone?
a group. We choose a group that we go with. Yeah.
Okay.
What are, just out of curiosity, Zach? What is our group's stat? Like, I noticed we don't have little pips.
Indestructible, kill all.
Not indestructible. Whoa.
You guys
5 out of 5.
are essentially a quick flash of like prevent all
Or an
damage
instant
to
spell?
a unit. Yeah.
We
So
are
maybe we should be with Imbok, because I don't want Imbok to die.
Teferi's protection. That's what we are.
I care more about Giselle, I'm not gonna lie.
Do we want to put the guards and archers with Yorb, so he's got a little bit more
That's-
weight on
that's-
his side?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I wanted to say, and then the soldiers with the Shashal. That way it's
Yeah.
kind of like more balanced.
It's even. It's even
Yeah.
for all of them, pretty
Alright.
much.
Is everyone fine with these formations?
I'm more interested in the party with Bag of Nails or Shashal just for the potentiality to protect them. That's just my opinion.
Do we
'Cause,
get
like they're pretty fucking beefy NPCs. I love Imbok, but Imbok, when we were doing shit outside of the big war, he ran away into bushes and hid.
Yeah, he's not a fighter.
Here's the thing, though.
I know. It's my
I
guy.
think we're playing these one unit. Correct me if I'm wrong, Zach. I think we're playing these one unit at a time, right?
Yes, these are essentially your hands, and you will pick which of your quote-unquote playing hands you want to assault which part of the palace.
And then we
So-
act as a nuh-uh.
So I was gonna say it might actually be better for, and this is just me thinking out loud, for us to switch the shamans for the soldiers, take ourselves with Mbok. That way we're distributing the ability, and whenever Mbok goes in, we could flash in and destroy whatever's there, because he's going to lose pretty much every single fight.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't
Yeah.
think we're Flash Destroy. We're Flash Protect unit.
Yeah,
We are Teferi's protection.
Yeah, we give a creature indestructible.
Shit. Okay.
yeah, I guess that's a better way of putting it.
Probably at cost of ourselves, but you know, maybe.
We all die.
You guys
I'm
don't
not
die,
sacrificing
but
any of my life before getting into this fucking temple for Imbok.
you guys don't die.
I say that
You
right
just
now.
activate your mighty party heroicism to prevent someone else from dying.
Okay. Well, then there's.
Alexander feels partially responsible for Mbok.
Yeah,
I
but
do
there's no
too, but-
point for us stacking on top of the shamans if we do the same thing, except for the fact that they can fight.
Yeah, I agree. It might be important for us to do that because then we could protect the shamans who could protect someone else if the shamans are about to die. Because then we
Okay,
could keep
yeah,
a
no,
constant
that's fair.
We could keep a constant indestructible from dying.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
So is that fine?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
I say
Alright.
yay.
All right.
I was just thinking out loud. So.
Hey man, all
Well,
opinions are valid here. We're
It
we're
is a group
discussing.
consensus because once the combat starts, all the parties are going to be divided and they won't be able to reinforce each other.
Yep.
Ooh, boy.
I'm good.
I mean, we could go with Bag, but
I don't think we need to.
I
just
think
because-
I think he's effective as he is, especially with
Yeah.
screamers and bowgunners.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
I
that's a
trust
pretty
Bag to
solid
be
unit.
good. Yeah. If he isn't good, well, that's up to the DM.
Listen,
The fact that he made this game.
I think this is
Yeah.
the most canonical lineup.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I agree.
If that's
I say send it, DM.
alrighty. And so now that the war bands have been created, now whoever would like to go first, essentially whoever would like to play first, can pick a hand and then pick where they want it to assault the base.
Mbok, don't die.
okay. So
This is
real quick,
completely optional.
wh-
Not everyone has to play if they don't want to.
what is this?
Oh, okay. So yeah. This is a large stairwell that leads up into the palace from the side. This is a small break. These are the two big breaks. And of course, the blue is the water. And then Shashik circled here, which is where the front door is. I kind of forgot to go over some of the more roleplay aspects as we were getting into the rules of it. However, Shashik brings up to you guys that the party, you guys, specifically the BG boys, your primary objective is back here. Back here is a small tunnel that can be used to sneak into the Fane of the Night Serpent. He would have brought up that, like, you know, maybe use that as an entry point for, like, the siege. However, all these people are not going to fit through it. It would just be a death funnel, and then fighting with this many people inside the Night Fane would also just be badly for you guys as well, because it is way more cramped inside.
Okay, and is that one of the points that we have to attack with the warband?
No, that's just where you guys, the party, are going once you guys
Okay.
have breached through.
Okay.
Breached the defenses,
So-
so to say.
So
That's this location, right? I
Yep.
The
stepped away
goal.
for a moment.
Yep.
I mean, if we ignore this spot in the beginning, that we could drag everything else away from that.
Well, I feel like we definitely should come in from this side at the very least to start the thing, and then send a group in afterwards to, go here, and then the third group, which is us, goes in through the secret passage.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Yeah, well, unfortunately,
Through
we're
the
going to be using them as a
mountain.
distraction as we go in and hopefully either confront Rosnasi or fucking get Shashik's sister out. Which is Shashik's sister, main priority. Rosnasi, we've heard about him. He's a dickhead, but like he's not really. He's kind of a priority for
Well,
the war here going on.
I mean, I would like to get rid of him because that's the thing that has the ghouls, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we got to get rid of it.
Yeah. So so then first priority Rosnasi or first priority Shashik's sister?
They can both be primary objectives. Like,
That's fair.
Shashik will bring up
Yeah.
that he will consider his sister his first priority. However,
That's
if you
understood.
kill Rosnasi, that will kind of throw out the whole leadership into chaos.
So then,
As
if Rosnasi dies, would your sister still be loyal?
he doesn't know.
If your sister died, if Rosnasi died, who's next up? Like, who's the next supposed to be the next person?
He
Or is
says-
Rosnasi just unkillable or whatever?
Well, as far as everyone else is considered, he's unkillable. But
Oh, great.
tell that to my
From-
big ass bomb.
from what Shashik remembers is there are several higher political figures. And so if Rosnasi dies, any of them would probably try to take the throne.
So in
Is
other
your
words, we have to
sister
kill
one of them?
That'd be a-
everybody.
Wait. Is
That'd be
your
a
sister
power
one
struggle.
of them?
No, but she serves
Oh,
one
thank
of
God.
them. She's a high
Okay, good to
priest,
know.
one of the 3 high priests that serves the high priestess.
She's a priestess as well, but fair enough. All right. Good to know. That being the case, then.
Well,
So-
that'll just be a bunch of infighting that'll happen at a later point in time, probably not immediately. So
And
Or that.
don't worry about that.
If we don't wipe them out, which we'll see how that shit goes, because we do have the bomb. Speaking of,
Mhm.
if that is the case, I think Shashik, when we get in there, Shashik and Zig, you stay buddy, because Zig, you have the bomb, and
Yeah.
Shashik, you know how to activate the bomb, and Brolin, you're going to be staying near them. Probably do my scouting and or staying in the back, depending on what the situation calls for. But in the meantime, we get back to the war planning, which I'll trust you guys to do this because I haven't played Magic in a while.
Didn't
I
mean to
trust
do
you
that.
guys to play.
And so, who would like to take the first warband?
Rollies?
I mean, if nobody wants to bite for it, I'll take it. I don't.
All right.
Look at
Which
you
group would
showing
you like to
initiative.
take?
And you said for you, it's completely random what you're drawing.
Yes. I have a roll table that I'll be rolling on.
That makes it kind of harder. I will take this warband first.
All right. So this will be your playing hand.
King
Whenever
York's
you play
prideful self
Yorb,
steps forward.
you get a free unit of Bug Swarm. And so where would you like to direct this warband?
We want Water Strike first, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Strike here?
Yeah,
All
kind of
right.
what I was thinking as well.
So then this will be this integration part, this assault party. They're the closest one to that group. And so this will have 4 cards. And so you are first, so you play your first card. Which one would you like to pick?
We'll play the guards first.
All right, the guards. I roll.
No.
Oh, can you guys see that?
Yeah, we
but
can.
It's fine. We just know that it's Blood Priest 2/4, which you're probably going to put on the field for us to see anyway.
Hey.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I activate this. They do combat. So 2 damage to your guys. They drop to 1 hit point.
Okay.
Up the.
They're able to save themselves.
Well,
Oh wait,
question: Did
they're
the Blood Priest go first because
My
the
bad.
guard has sword, which is double strike?
yeah, double strike. So they hit first. They'll deal 4 damage,
Boom!
which they will use their ability to save themselves.
You can do that.
Yeah.
It'd be funny if. Wait, was the sword quick strike or double strike? I
Double
may have
strike.
fucked up.
It's
That's-
both.
That's a good.
This
point.
is double strike. The lightning bolt's
Lightning
quick
is
strike.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought.
And so now
Can
they.
it protect itself from double?
Well, the
'Cause that's
first
2 hits,
hit.
right? Yeah.
First hit deals 4 damage.
Causes them, yeah.
Causes them to would die. They use their ability, and now the normal deal of combat, they'll get hit with 4 damage again, and these guys will get hit with 2 damage, dropping them to 1 hit point, and these
Yep.
guys die.
Tenfo.
And so now it goes to your turn. You can play another card if you would like.
Got 4 to deal with here.
Archers, because then they can both attack first, and if we do the archers attacking first, then the guard can do a follow-up attack.
If I pull archers, does it switch them out or
Nope.
is it additive?
This is like a playing field. This is like as your army is coming in, these guys are rushing
Okay.
out.
I hope they don't
Okay,
have any fucking board wipes.
I will actually put the chief in next.
All right.
Huh?
Summoning him. Summons the bug swarm with him.
Yep.
The next group that comes out, Broodguard. All right. I'll send my Broodguard in, and I will want them to. I want them to attack your guard. However, double strike, they'll deal damage first and kill the Broodguard. All right. So it goes back to your turn. You have one more
All right.
group that you can play.
Now
So-
that Chief Yorb is in there, with how his thing works, is it every turn
No,
I get another bug swarm?
just when you play him.
Oh, okay. Just on summon. Cool. Well then of course I'll deploy forward the archers.
Alrighty. Another thing of blood
Priests.
priests.
He's again some damage. Unless we trigger archers and guard.
All right. Blood priests. You have 2 quick attacks. So I guess I'll have them go after King Yorb. So they will use their ability to save themselves.
Okay.
And then King Yorb will also take 2 points of damage. And I guess I should get
Okay.
rid of this snail. Alright, back to your guys. And so you
uh,
could really only attack. So presumably have all your guys attack.
Quick
the
attack
priests.
quick attack with the archers.
All right.
Guard.
So
Wait, and the shit. Hold on.
We want the guard to attack. Chief
Nope,
Orb and archers.
Yeah, I've got the two fucking I've got the things mixed up. I was thinking green was health. So
he has these guys
yeah.
have
So
quick
archers
strike,
and guard.
and these have double
Yep.
attack. So then these guys come in, attack these guys. That will kill them. And then my final turn, roll of necromancers.
Of course you would get that on your final fucking turn.
Oh,
Says the person who has a full field already. And so
Yeah,
in come
well,
the
I just-
necromancers. Whoop.
And,
And
the
then-
zombies.
Yep. And they summon a thing of zombies when they enter the field. And so
I was kind of hoping it wasn't a thing of zombies for every dead creature on the field, is what I was curious of.
nah, that would probably
That'd be
be a
fucked
little
up.
too broken for this.
That's why I was like, well, fuck.
Just so I can get a kill in, these guys are going to attack Yorb, and then these guys might as well attack the swarm.
Okay.
So then all of these.
Could I,
Hmm?
just out of curiosity, could I, and I know this, we're figuring this out as we go. I was going to ask, could I block with the guards?
No, that is what the you guys are for, to prevent
Oh,
someone
okay.
from dying.
Okay. Okay.
And then trade
Well, I didn't know-
damage.
Standard magic rules, I was thinking, you declare attackers, I declare defenders, but okay, I see where you're going with this.
All right. The first has ended. The first assault has broken through. Chief Yorb has fallen, but the fight still goes underway.
Did he die?
Yep, he's dead.
apparently, because
He's gone.
He could target people.
Yeah.
We can't.
Ah,
Yeah.
And so,
Well,
who
yeah.
would like to command the next assault?
nope, better keep him buck alive. He has to inherit.
Yeah, that didn't go quite how I thought it was going to. But anyways,
I'll command the next one, I guess.
Alrighty.
Let's do. I can choose, right?
Yep, you can pick any of them.
Let's do Shashal.
Yeah, I
Alright.
was thinking do Shashal.
Shashal's group. And where would you
We
like to
probably
direct
want-
them?
We want heavy fronters to come in through
Yeah.
the back line. for the
Alright.
pincer maneuver.
The closest enemy units to that position only get 2 cards. And so you
That-
are assaulting.
fuck those guys.
Who would you like
well,
to
that's
play
unfortunate,
first?
but let's play. Oh fuck! Let me
Dude,
refamiliarize
that's what
myself.
they say in Rooster Chief.
Let's play the runners.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ooh,
Abomination.
Oh, what the fuck?
That makes sense. That makes sense. I was thinking those fuckers were going to be hard hitters.
Abominations.
Ooh. Yeah, makes sense.
So it goes to my turn. Well, it is my turn as these guys engage. And so you have quick attack, so these guys will take 4 damage first.
Mhm.
But you will take 5 damage, killing them. And then they essentially have trample. So whatever next card you play will take the extra damage.
Which is
2
what? How
damage.
much?
Which
It'll
is
be
2
2.
damage.
Ah, fuck.
yeah.
So whoever
Oh,
you
shit.
play will take 2 damage, and it goes back to you.
have to do Shashal then. Because
Yeah, you
he's
have
the
to
one.
do Shashal.
So that's Shashal.
Yep,
Yeah.
Shashal.
All right,
really don't
he
want him to
takes
die.
an automatic 2, goes to
But he
combat.
also has
Yep.
trample.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna carry out. He's gonna
Carry
use
6
6
over?
damage. Yeah.
Carry over
If another
6, yeah.
abomination even comes out, it's dead.
Yeah.
It is necromancers.
Now, does that kill both of them, or
Yeah.
just the
Hope
one?
so.
Oh, we'll
It
see.
Might. Let's see, because he only had 2, so 6 damage
Yeah,
going
yeah,
through.
He's got 2 extra.
That's
damage.
4. So yeah, that would kill
Yeah.
both of them.
Okay, cool.
And then that is that full squad because it only had 2 cards to play.
Nice.
So once
Nice.
again, a couple more
Shashal's just roars
fatalities,
out there.
but some more fatalities, but
Sorry.
the raid is successful.
I think that's the best it could have gone with that
Yeah.
group.
All
Yeah.
right. Who would like to go next? There's 2 more squads that are assaulting the palace.
I'll go.
Probably.
I'll
Right.
take bag of nails.
All right. Bag of nails. And where would you like him to assault?
Um,
We're hitting both sides already. It would be smart to hit another side, but I don't know if we have.
Yeah, I guess I should place these guys where they were fighting.
Yeah. So Trishal has won the south. King Yorb's team also has won the north, but these fuckers. This is something I saw on the map for a while there. This was a staircase that led
Mhm.
down.
Yep, it
didn't
leads
lead
down
up,
from the
so-
palace to the outside. So it leads up into
down
the
from
palace.
okay, so that would
Okay.
not be a good spot.
No,
I think
but
no, I think it might be.
well,
Well,
I'm
yeah.
thinking
'Cause
you're
if there's
fighting
people-
downhill.
Yeah, if there's people coming up, then like bag of nails and the bow gunners can just kind of snipe them as they come up. You
And
know?
we're
Well-
applying way too much logic to this.
Yeah.
No, this makes sense.
Yeah, but it defends the position as it
Yeah.
when we take it we can hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All right,
essentially
Ground
turn.
Anakin.
Well,
I-
then yeah, I guess I'll go on that side.
All right,
Yeah.
let's see.
And it's kind of not too bad.
And these
So there's
guys
still there.
have 2
So-
cards. So
Okay.
who would you like to play first?
I thought that said 8.
I
Oh,
will
no.
do the screamers first.
Yeah.
All
We want the
right.
tabbers in.
Abomination.
Blood priests.
Oh,
So
that's not
blood
quite a
priests
hell.
come in.
It won't matter because they're tapped.
Yep, they
Yeah, but
tap,
it's not quite a kill.
so they don't get to engage in combat. It goes back to you.
All right, I will then pull out the blow gunners, and yeah,
Are you having them both attack the blood priests?
yes.
All right. So 2 and 3, that's 5 points of damage. They will be able to save themselves, taking only 1 actual point of damage down to 3.
What about Death
But-
Touch?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Death touch. So that's actually dual
Bye-bye.
increment. But let's see, 2 points of damage. I'll have it go into these guys. All right. The next card, Assassins.
You just
Oh,
play
no.
bag of nails and you snipe them.
Yeah.
That one's easy,
They,
actually.
and they come in tapped because the screamers, right? Or no?
No.
Screamer already
No?
used their ability,
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay. It's
just
one
the
time.
Next. Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's-
see.
so I bring
When
in
you
these
play it-
guys.
You get to
And-
choose as well.
Yep, I'll have them fight with your screamers since they also have death touch. The assassins will die from the damage, but screamers will die from their dirty tricks.
Hold on. We didn't
Wait,
get to
doesn't it
play a
get
card
to-
there.
I thought you guys played the blowgunners.
The bow gunners. Yeah, no, we did.
Yeah.
Yes,
it
we
was,
did.
It was,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
is
you're
that part of
right.
that round?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just
I
wasn't
didn't-
enough turns for the amount of people we had.
Yeah, I was lost.
And then the last group. Who would like to take them?
Not me.
Someone.
I can take them.
Well,
Alrighty.
there you go.
So, where would you like to assault?
Well, we're taking.
We're
this
just doing it
position.
from each side, right?
Secret
Well, no,
tunnel!
Isn't our team focusing here?
Uh,
We had 3. Like,
Shashik is
parrying
taking the
assaults.
BG boys specifically here whenever you guys can break
Okay.
away during the assault.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well then, I
So we
suppose-
secure the place first.
I mean, suppose if we get every quadrant.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. We'll aim for here.
All right. These unlucky ducks only get a single card. Who would you like to
That's-
have them go in first?
The
Croxagors!
Crocors. Yeah, Crocors are leading.
The Crocors.
Oh,
I feel like we should do the shamans just in
Yeah,
case
fuck
they're.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh.
And entering the
Everybody's
fray
resources thin
are a
already.
bunch of human slaves that the Crocors
Stomp the
just
slaves.
fucking destroy.
What? Hold on. Can we just be like, wait? Are they like non-combatant slaves?
No, they're being rushed out to fight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's
fuck
it.
them.
Yeah, basically, if anything, use that hatred
Are they-
you feel there.
are
for
they
the
willing?
bounty we're about to meet.
Are they willing?
That doesn't
So wait,
matter.
this just to make sure, this concludes this whole like system, right?
Yes.
Guess we got lucky.
Okay, can we spend our ability to stop damage to prevent the 1 point of damage the slaves would have dealt to the Crocors?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, perfect.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
All right.
We'll have if this matters, I think Crockers should go reinforce the archers and the guard. The shamans and Imbok should go reinforce Shishal.
Well, can we prevent the damage to the slaves and just fucking free them?
No, too late.
Nope.
War
got-
slaves are a big thing. You
So-
either
They
got steamrolled,
die fighting
man.
for the people who are enslaving you, or you die on the battlefield because they'll kill you if you run back. They had no
So,
choice.
No,
Can
but
I-
we could just let them go. Like they're not gonna run
The
back.
whole
would it be
This entire
reasonable
island belongs to
for
the Auntie still.
RP purposes
Mhm.
to say that during all of that, somehow, whether it be a messenger or frog croak or whatever, it was realized that Chief Yorb fell, so we send Imbok and the shamans to the north side, and the Crocors to reinforce the archers. I don't know if it matters or not, but
I think the Crockers should reinforce Shishal. Shishal's weak as fuck right now. He still hits hard, but he needs his boys.
yeah, that's true.
So Crockers to them, and shamans and Mbok to who?
To these guys.
All
I
right.
honestly, without a doubt, if the blowgunners die, it's unfortunate. I do not think Bag of Nails is after what he did to me, he's gonna be fine. That dude ain't dying unless it's the King of Feathers.
All right. But this does conclude the siege on the palace. The battle was not particularly long, but it was loud and distracting, which is what Shashik wanted in order to be able to sneak you guys into the underground.
Question.
Yes.
Were there cards and other things that we didn't get to see?
Yeah, there's a couple more bad guys
Okay.
I was gonna say,
if you wanted to see them.
Yeah, let's
Seems
look at, no,
very
let's look at
unlucky.
the end of the session. End of the
it
session.
was very unlucky that you drew the slaves there at the end.
Yeah, but so my roster concluded of necromancers. They summon zombies, brood guard and guard. No special effects.
we can go over it then later, like Blue said, because I do have to wake up early tomorrow, so
Yeah.
I'd like to get as much playing in as we can.
Alrighty.
I agree. That.
Well
honestly-
then,
Yeah.
Oh, we're at the
scroll
south-
down.
south.
There it
to
is.
the
I
far
found me.
south in the dark.
Holy shit!
Wow, okay.
Actually, that's the. Let me just do this.
My
from
shit
our
keeps
position.
moving.
Uh,
There you go.
this map is big. If you look at that arrow.
Yeah.
As you
Holy-
guys,
Holy fuck! Look how far it goes. Oh wait, no, it stops here.
as you
Still.
guys,
Dude, I can't fucking
That's
get
a lot.
All right. back
as
to
you guys
100%.
descend through this hidden alcove that Shashik leads you through into the dank dark. Anyone with dark vision will be the only people who can see. And anyone who can see will notice that Shashik turns back into his regular snaky self. Now that you guys
Is
are
there-
out of view.
How many people are in the party that don't have dark vision?
Raise his hand.
Raise his hand.
All right.
Yep.
3.
So it seems we're better off shedding some light on the situation. So Goss's halo will light.
Alrighty.
I
As you guys
had that before, but then I couldn't use it. Mine.
as you
Or
guys
halo of stars
come walking down, Shashik is kind of like
rolling,
he's sort of leading the way a little bit, and he walks softly
crab walking.
and quite talks just as softly. And he says, with all the commotion and distraction upstairs, many, I don't think they would expect someone actually sneaking in. So, I will pretend to be like I am part of the family still, and then you lot can just pretend to be my personal guard. And if we
I will.
don't draw too much suspicion, we should be able to walk around for the most part.
Are we able to glean if he's leading us into a trap?
Roll perception.
I
Nope.
I'll
Unsure.
join in on that. Jesus
Perception.
Christ, 40.
Holy
Alright.
fuck!
So
If you want to
You-
talk privately, I'm down.
so Shashik,
Step into the
you
private room.
no, that's fine.
Yeah.
As he's kind of talking, you get the sensation that he's not fully sure of what he is saying. You can tell that he's attempting to pull a con on some people he has not interacted with in years. He is hoping that they don't
Boy.
recognize him and immediately kill him.
Oh
I'm going
boy.
to look to Shashik. You've been with us for a while. I've come to trust you. If you're unsure, that's fine. But there's one thing I need to mention before we do go in, and I'm saying this directly to him.
Yes.
You may be excited because you're finally nearing the end of your goal. I prioritize everyone's life here, including yours. And I put a hand on his shoulder so he knows that I'm being truthful. And if he tries to pull away, I'm actually going to hold him there for once in my life so I can emphasize my point. I need you to keep your head level until we're all out of here safe, along with your sister. No doing anything reckless because you see an opportunity. No cutting and running. We all want to make it out of here alive, and we all want to escape here with your sister. After that, I trust you'll do whatever you want, because your stuff with us will be finally done. Maybe you can go see the people at Dolgren's location, and maybe they can help you charter a ship or something. The United people are smart, as far as I recall.
He's listening to what you're saying, and he kind of puts back into it. We should be fine as long as we don't do anything that draws too much suspicion or attention to ourselves. But if combat does break out, it will be very dicey. The hallways are very thin, and there's many of us.
There are many of us, which makes me question: is there too many of us that are human? Or
Gasa
the people?
slowly douses her halo.
He says that
Starts looking around,
shouldn't be a problem. There's
She
many
slowly relights her halo.
there's many variations of pure bloods down here, which are Yontis that look mostly human.
Fair enough. Are there any of us that should be perhaps in more chains or something that look more like personal slaves? Perhaps,
Well, he goes, I didn't
feigning
really want to
weakness.
bring it up, but it might be. It's probably more fitting if you and Bob were in chains, since you guys are
Me and
wearing the
Bob?
less clothing. You guys kind of look like slaves.
Look at Shasha.
Okay.
Okay.
I would arguably say I would fall in that too, just because I don't wear any armor or anything like that.
Yeah, the people in the
Not
party
to-
who are
not to-
wearing very little clothing, Shasha will kind of denote you guys have more of the look of slaves instead of guards, since slaves
Also, you
aren't given very much
you look-
clothing.
Gasa wears, it's very light clothing, but it's also very nice.
Yeah. You.
She could be
you
like
look-
his personal priestess or something. I don't fucking know.
Actually, forgive me, but I also don't care because this is, not necessarily a game that other games I've played in. Would Gossa resemble, with no offense to Gossa, more like someone who has a very high value concubine?
Shashik would
Would that
think
be a
so.
better thing for this? Would that be something that would be considered better than her going around in slave chains? Because she's
She could
respected
probably
by-
pass for a concubine. However, it would be very weird that she's not in the bedroom.
Well, yeah.
But I simply pass as you said, a pureblood. Sorry, I missed it.
Yes.
Yeah, it is pure blood. Do you have any? Anadi does know about Yanti, and so she's gonna look to Gaza. If you have some way to possibly have like reptile eyes, or like paint some scales, if you have any makeup like on your shoulders or your wrists or anything like that. Basically, you want to look a little snake-like. Yeah. On the other hand, though, Anadi make sure that she gets her vest out, but then she will look to the armor and change it into a sword. I'm gonna have to have someone hold this as I put my vest on. As
To be
no longer
fair, I
armor.
Oh, that's right.
I
You
should
actually,
be pretty capable in telling a lie if I'm pushed on it.
I forgot, Anadi actually had like a breastplate, so you might actually be able to pass
Yep.
as for like a guard. But it's just kind of
I
like,
will.
as you said, the slaves aren't given very much clothing, as to kind of show that like, hey, they aren't snaky at all.
Okay. So how do we get shackles?
So
I actually have medicals. I'm pretty sure I had them for a fucking while.
I've actually got an idea for this. So
Gone.
using base kinesis, is it reasonable to say that I could form shackles that I can also dismiss at will?
Let's say sure.
Because so basically at the level I am, I could have up to 2 bulk of something generated.
Yeah, you.
And I would say shackles kind of falls within that. Now,
You.
the caveat there is we have to stay within 45 feet of each other. Or
Alright,
sorry, 60
fine.
feet of each other.
All right,
Otherwise
that's
they
fair.
just
I think
dissipate.
that's doable.
that should work.
Okay, cool.
It's
So-
doable.
Bob has some tearaway shackles on him, some stripper shackles.
Pretty much.
Match the tearaway pants.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Is that what those have been the whole time?
Yeah.
Casa made
You're
them
waiting
for
for
him.
the disco ball.
What has got to
All
do?
right, understood.
I said Gossa made them for him.
Okay.
You are a seamstress.
I am.
Yeah.
Shashik kind of has stopped everyone about halfway what he feels in this tunnel, as you guys are kind of talking and prepping.
Do you want any of us to speak, or do we just trust you?
He goes, with you being pure bloods, he does the human finger quotation marks, don't speak unless spoken to, and with you being a slave, you don't speak at all.
Okay. Okay.
Who are the ones that he considers potential purebloods?
Purebloods would be anyone
Everyone not
who,
a slave.
yeah, anyone who looks mostly human but isn't very obviously snaky.
I am going to. I don't have art for this. For the first time since Anadi got her, fucking spider form. She is going to turn back into a humanoid-looking person.
Oh, back
Oh,
to
shit.
regular
Yep.
Naughty.
Yeah.
Do you have female human anatomy on hand?
No, I said I don't have art for it.
Ah.
Mainly because why? I can either be a quote unquote cool human, or I could be a fucking were-spider with demon wings. I think I'm gonna pick that one.
So Gasa
You don't have
has
you have angel wings. You don't have demon wings.
No, they're demon wings. They just look like angels because they pretended.
Yeah, but they're like whatever. They don't look like demon wings.
This item says demon in its traits.
yeah, it is a demonic item. But
Yep.
if
Anyways.
there's nothing else, Shashik will begin to bring up walking again, bringing you guys back
Oh.
further through the tunnel. Yes.
Oh, I will say you got this, dude, and give Shashik guidance.
Oh,
Don't fuck it up.
will also apply shadow essence to how many pieces of ammunition can I put poison on, BB? Is it 10? I'm trying to look it up.
Yeah,
but I really
usually.
Can't find it. All right. Well, then I will put.
I'll
that
verify.
in 2 magazines. Yeah. Also, I will load the 3rd magazine with tar bolts because I am down to 18 shots and I wouldn't have a full bag of crossbows.
all
Hey,
right.
Zach,
Mhm.
why'd you change my snail to a skull, brother?
Oh, I must
Don't
have
worry
changed-
about it.
Alright.
Must have changed it at some point.
Because the snail has now revealed itself to be the Lich King.
Yeah,
The snail has realized it's finally gotten you. Your immortality is gone.
It's
and
finally
your money is
pupated.
lost.
but
must have been the wind.
as you guys begin to make your way down deep into the bowels of the Night Fane.
Down into Goblin Town?
Down the Goblin Town. The lights reveal
Oh shit, they're right there.
Okay.
as you guys come out, almost like
Oh,
a
we were
small
very
pack
close.
of velociraptors. These almost purely snake people just kind of like hop up onto like these boats, kind of around the corners, flicking their tongues out. Shashik kind of just
Good
stands
thing
there,
They didn't hear us.
kind of just stands there and looks at one of them, kind of awkwardly for a moment, and then you could see the brood guard begin to sort of bob its head. The others do so in unison. They kind of breach away for you guys to walk.
I'm gonna keep a very close profile on Shawshik the whole time because I'm a
I'm
very
going-
large, imposing man.
Let's do a marching order before we keep moving over each other.
Yeah,
So-
I have to stay next to Shawshik because of the bomb.
I agree. So, do we want to keep both of our tanks in the front, or do we want one on rear guard?
I feel like we won't need to use the bomb for a little while.
Yeah, but we want to keep him near it in case we find a location to put it.
It would also be reasonable just for the slave ploy to say that the slaves are probably somewhere near the middle of the group.
I agree. I also think that Gasa is in a good position to be effectively Shashik's right hand, especially as well since you're very high in charisma. So
Yeah,
I think
I'm also the tank.
It's
Oh,
true.
fair enough.
Tankier than Bob.
Yeah. So Zigger,
Yep.
Alexander, if either of you want to stand in the back, because we could possibly be.
Yeah, I think the
guards
slaves will
chaperoning
probably be in the back.
I think the slaves are well behaved enough to know better.
So
Or they'll be
we will
beaten.
flank the back. And as effectively, we had a brief discussion about this. Anadi's going to look around the room best to their capability, considering it's dark as fuck, for each room that we go through, and other people might not get a chance to look at.
All right.
Basically, I'm going to say I'm going to be making perception checks, but from the back.
All right. Make a perception check if you would like for this area. 24.
24, not good, but
Yeah,
still very
it's
good
not
for perception.
great, but it's a little bit of dark. But you can tell there's a faint sound of rushing water out in this direction, a good distance away. And given the fact that there's
Right.
boats, meaning this might be a large subterranean body of water. And then as you
Might get
pass
us out somewhere else.
as you pass by this sort of alcove, which even catches Shashik's eye for a moment, you can hear faint sounds, maybe whispering, crying. You're not quite sure. But he seems to be leading you towards this door.
Hmm.
We can look at that later.
Marching order just got
Yeah.
real thin.
I kindly but forcefully shove Bob forward.
As it
Jesus.
kind of clicks back into your mind, as Shashik said, tight hallways down here.
That's fine by me.
Hmm.
Alexander, you want to go first, or do you want Gasa?
I'll stick to his back.
Left hand, then right hand.
As you guys begin to follow him, he will fling this door open, revealing a illuminated room. Inside are many
Oh, boy.
tables set with alchemical equipment. Inside seems to be a pureblood injecting stuff into zombies as the zombies work and toil at the alchemical labs. And once
Aw.
Shashik opens up the door, he says, there comes a very sharp and shrill voice. More people cluttering through my area. Make it quick. Pass through. Shashik kind of quickens his step as he begins to march forward.
Yep. Go. Get the fuck out.
As Anadi goes by here, just for that whimpering and whispering, just for now, hunt prey going.
All right.
Just so in case we get back to
Gasa flashes a peace sign.
The individual sort of rolls her eyes as she's waiting for everyone to pass by so she could anxiously inject something
Everybody
else
just,
into one of the zombies.
sorry.
Before they continue doing
Mhm.
the same thing, or at least just a quick look around. Oh, man.
Yeah, I would also like to do a look around.
All right. As I kind of stated before, this area has multiple tables. Each table is basically its own alchemy set of various different things going on. And all these zombies, they're all kind of messed up looking in various ways, not typical zombie ways. Like one has a head that's maybe full of eyes, one has an arm growing immediately out of its spine in the back. Uh, and she just keeps making concoctions and injecting them into zombies. Like she's trying to figure something out.
I hate
Understood.
that.
She reanimating things. Also, I would have closed the door back here as we entered the room.
Yep. And if you didn't, she would bark an order at one of the zombies to shut the door. And now you come to a crosswalk where Shashek will kind of try to fashion it so everyone can get out of her room.
I'm going to assume that we can actually all kind of pile in a little bit. We don't have to fully.
The hallways are cramped, but they are enough space for everyone to actually stand side by side. It's just you will be rubbing shoulders on the walls.
Yeah,
But
in combat, maybe not right now.
in this
That's good.
section, it's a four-way. To the left, a Y intersection. To the front, it seems to lead to some kind of large chamber, and immediately to the right is a closed door. Shashek is insistent on going more northward. That's where he faintly remembers where the priests like to hang out. But how we get there, he's entirely fine with you guys wanting to how you want to traverse within reason.
Fuck, I don't know. That's a loaded question.
Do we want to go straight to the potential high priest, get his sister, and get or whatever? Or do we want to do some dungeon crawling?
Given the tight, how close and tight everything is,
I don't think
I
fighting.
feel
is
like
the-
any fight we start is going to drag everything to us.
Yes. So
Which means
going,
there's no good option. If we go for the priest, everybody's coming for us.
If you're having
If we
this
don't go for the
Depends
priest,
how quickly we can get rid of him.
yeah.
having this kind of conversation about maybe starting a fight, Shashik will bring out there is an alarm system. If someone triggers it, everyone in the temple will go into war mode.
How does that work?
There is a large gong in the central prayer area. If it is rung, everyone knows that there are trespassers and they will go into war mode in the temple.
how well guarded is that?
Normally
What card
not.
Do you keep the fucking alarm?
So if it's not very well guarded, we could maybe try to get rid of that.
Get
Bob,
there, disable it.
There's a spell I'm curious to know if you have. Oh, never mind. It can only target creatures. That changed from first to second edition.
Silent spell, like I was thinking.
Yep.
Are you wait? You're telling me that shit only targets creatures now? What the fuck's
Target
the
is
point of it?
one willing creature.
One
Willing?
At 4th level, it's Nope, it's still a willing creature.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
you're supposed to cast it on an ally, and make them completely silent to help sneaking and stuff, and then they can.
That's dumb.
Is there a different spell that's supposed to do that nowadays?
Zone of
'Cause
silence.
Is that actually a thing?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Not in second edition.
I could have sworn
It's
Zone
not
of
a thing,
Silence
yeah.
is still.
No, there's
Nope.
still Zone of Truth. But
Uh,
There's a golden silencer.
that's fucking. That it.
That's kinda crazy.
I'm kind of mad because I was thinking that too.
That's dumb.
Okay.
It is.
We go to the gong. We disable it. We obviously don't have magic, so because if we can do that, then we can, be a little bit more relaxed.
How big is the gong?
it's big.
Yeah, well, we have a dude who can.
About how much would
manipulate
you
metal.
say it weighs?
Probably a couple
It's
hundred
made of
pounds.
metal.
We're not.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think we're there though. So, eh.
Yeah, we'll find out when we get there.
Fair.
Shashik,
Yes.
your people also can communicate with telepathy. Do you need visual on them?
No.
Ooh,
Okay, so
That's
then
gonna be even
Shit.
harder.
whoever we're killing, we gotta do it quick.
Yeah.
It will bring up that not everyone can do telepathy, but it
Who
is
can do
pretty
telepathy?
common.
Like, yeah.
It could be
me.
anyone.
Okay. Well, I meant
Okay.
like,
I bet those zombies back there aren't telepathic.
He
You know
goes,
what? You're
probably
right. I
not.
appreciate that, Gossa.
However,
But
he
do
goes, that
purebreds-
alchemist might be.
Can
We all
purebreds
roll higher than
do-
her on initiative.
They could be.
Did this woman, we don't know her name obviously, but did Zopel have did she look like a pureblood or did she look like
Yeah.
one of
She
I
looked
saw-
like
did
a
she look like one
pureblood.
of those priests? Okay. So yeah, so it could be literally anyone, you said. Alright, well then the high priests are with the gong?
No.
Okay.
The high
I'm
priests are
also
normally
curious-
in the prayer room.
I'm also curious if the people here aren't already semi on alert because there's a war outside.
I mean, she didn't seem bothered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but she's
Yeah.
also, we also went through the secret entrance and possibly like the furthest down pit of the place. The word might be coming down.
Shashik will kind of bring up that like the actual Fane itself, where you guys are, is basically unimpenetrable. Like the only way really in
Oh.
here is either the front door or the snake holes. That old tunnel is like for people who want to like sneak out, miss classes or whatever. Most people don't really pay attention to it.
All right, let's trust Shashik for now. Did he ever explain what this door was, by the way? Does he not know?
He does not remember.
You want to peek in?
Better to not to.
Okay.
And so he'll kind of let
Yeah.
you guys sort of guide. You guys want to go to the left or keep going straight north?
I thought he was guiding us.
Yeah.
I trust him to.
Well,
I
he
think
got you
wanted to
guys-
go- He wanted north, so we'll trust him for now.
So north. You will keep leading north. And he will lead you guys into a grandiose chamber.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is where the temples make sermons. Oh, I think that might be the gong.
Yep, indeed, there is the gong.
shit.
And inside, there is a large vat of boiling blood that spews from open snake statue mouths like waterfalls.
Well, fuck.
Metal.
There's a set of double doors. There is this incline that leads up to the gong with a little safety rail so they are not breaking OSHA. And a portcullis. A closed portcullis right here.
Where is here? Sorry.
Right here.
Oh, there.
And as you guys begin to enter this chamber, you catch the sickening scent of fresh boiling blood, but also the pervasive sweet scents of like perfumes. And if no one says anything, Shashik's gonna begin making his way to the ramp.
I take a look around in
hey,
this room.
Shashik, what-
Extra.
What is this?
This is the prayer hall.
Okay, but like, what's with the blood?
It's used for many different things. In this room, it's used as religious practices. The blood is sampled from the sacrificial chamber on a higher floor. And then the blood is
Nice.
purified through this molten vat, and then is also trickled through some of the snake holes to be used as pipes. To be used as pipes for bathing.
Nice.
Bathe in
Take a
blood.
quick look down here.
All right, you take a quick look in there.
From this distance, so no idea what I could possibly see.
Inside, you
I
can
some
see.
people.
Yep, you can see some people in there. Can't get a good look at them, but you can see this like small little fountain in here that has little stacks of like tiny vials around it. And the back, probably not well because of the raised little well, but there's a platform that has a slight glowing to it. And then you might also be able to see some pillows and blankets.
Comfy. Do I notice a similar glow? Because I can obviously see the things on the map, but I don't want to say I can
Yeah,
see this.
you might see the glow, but you definitely wouldn't be able to see the platform itself.
Yeah, so I can see a glow up there. I'm just gonna walk over to the crew. I see two similar glows, two different locations, and some people behind some bars. As I was looking through the bars, does this portcullis look like it has a lever on this side or on the interior?
It looks like it has a lever on your guys' side.
Okay, so
It
whoever's
should be
captain-
right here,
right.
but it's not
here?
on the map. Yeah,
That's fine.
they didn't draw it.
There's people in there. They seem to be comfy, but they're clearly caged.
You want to ask them?
No, I want to trust Shashik for now, and I want to get rid of that. I want to get rid of this before we do anything.
Shashik says if that
call.
room has not changed, then that's the concubine room.
Oh,
Ah, yeah, maybe no.
That's
We
where
don't need to
Rasta
say-
C keeps
Wait,
all his brides.
Gasa run is running over. I mean, if she wanted to get properly dressed, or lack of dress. Anyway,
But Shashik will begin to lead
let's
you
just keep
guys
moving.
up here. And as you guys get here, you can see into this other chamber. There's a couple other brood guards that were sweeping the floors. And you guys walking up, they kind of take notice of you. And then from your angle, you can also see a large lizard chained to the wall.
His name is Steve, and he eats people.
As I'm walking
Yes.
around, I guess I'll also, since I have dark vision, I'll also be looking around.
Well, now
these
once you
places
get
are lit.
once you guys
Yeah,
got
this is well
inside,
lit.
I wouldn't
all
pay
these
attention.
little blue things are lit torches.
Oh, okay, cool.
Blue flames. I like it.
Elevate.
They're actually supposed to be green, but they drew them as blue.
Well, blue green. I was making a guess. It's turquoise.
But yeah, they're just all lit. And so yeah, you guys come walking up, and these things take notice of you guys. They're kind of just looking at you. And Shashik kind of spins around, and whoever suggested tempering with the gong, you kind of hear Shashik's voice in your head saying, "Maybe we shouldn't touch the gong."
Maybe
Yeah,
until we
they're
get
looking
rid of the people.
at us.
Yeah. Clear out rooms before we touch the gong. I agree.
And so he kind
And
of speaks to the same
right,
person
the-
again. To not look suspicious, we should keep going.
To remind me that the gong was their security alarm.
If
So,
that
gets
using
wrong-
telepathy, people.
If that gets wrong, everyone in the temple knows there's intruders in the temple.
Okay.
They can telepathy people still, but if we can remove current targets like that quickly, we can then disable the gong so they don't have anybody who can just run back without having to one-to-one communicate.
Oh, sh.
What the fuck?
Well, that looks like a human or a pureblood.
Oh, shit.
As you guys draw closer into this room, it's also pretty sizable for a chamber. A couple brood guards, as I mentioned. A pureblood dragging what appears to be a bag of something towards a dinosaur in a small fenced area. There's some empty carts, a large snake statue. Down the hallway, there seems to be a door. There seems to be that incline from where you were earlier, and going forward, there are more brood guards, as well as a single guard in front of what appears to be a very large and massive set of double doors.
Joshik, what's that?
That's the front door.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wait, so like the front door going back out?
This
Yes.
looks like a big ass door. At least 20
They're
feet
going
across.
out.
Yeah.
Remember, they said that this was a fortress. This might be the lowest level of whatever temple, and this is just a massive door that they don't even have to worry about the people outside because it's a big door.
Yeah, as the
Might only open from this side as well.
Shashik will he'll kind of spin around and he kind of makes a hand motion to this individual as they're got some new individuals, giving them a slight tour of where they'll be staying. And he'll kind of try to do his best, like, tour guide impersonation, like, this is a work beast, and these are load carts. They are hooked up to the work beast, and they're sent in and out the front door to bring in and out supplies and slaves. And now moving on.
And not as dumbly as he wants me to be.
And as you guys go walking by, this individual will kind of be like looking over at Alexander. You know, she's checking you out.
I'm not looking at her.
Gossa
Alright.
nudges Alexander.
I am following Shashik as a good bodyguard does.
Gossa mouths that she'll put in a word for her.
She gives a smile and nods her head back at Gossa. The brood guards flick their tongues and smell the air as you guys come walking by.
If
Shashik
I
gives sort of a
remember
head nod
correctly-
to this guard guy. You guys,
Try my best to look menacing.
Peace sign.
If Anadi is remembering correctly, which is good that Gossa's the one that spoke as well, Shashik speaks in Aklo, at least as their native tongue, right?
yes.
So then it's good that Gossa is the one that spoke. Yes, I was going to say, because I know you have Aklo and I know I have Aklo.
As you guys turn this sort of hallway, there are two Malison guards that are standing guard outside this door. And these are the humanoids that have snakes for arms,
The
specifically.
lame ones.
And as you guys are drifting down the hallway, one of you can hear Sashik say, "We're getting close," as the smell of blood begins to pick back up. Shashik will nonchalantly begin to walk past these guys as their backs are pressed against the wall.
I step in front of Zig. Zig, I don't want to be. You see
No.
what's behind me?
Yeah.
And you guys come entering into what appears to be maybe a sacrificial room. Brood guards guarding it, as well as a portcullis. And then there's a door. Shashik will kind of stop for a moment in here. He will pretend like he's sort of surveying the sacrificial altar, and whoever he spoke to last, well, I guess he'll kind of start going through and be like, "I'm pretty sure my sister is in the room behind me." But the large set of double doors down in the main chapel, I believe that leads more towards the throne room. And that door behind us, if things haven't changed, that's where the head priestess likes to stay.
Head priestess, rumors, sister is fucking the king.
Down here.
No, I think he said this. Yeah.
Oh,
The double
okay.
doors.
Sorry, I did not have. It's not scrolled down.
Wait.
that far.
Those double doors? Or
Yes.
those double doors?
And he'll,
Okay.
This
as
is
he's kind
the
of like
main
mentally
door.
talking to everyone, he'll sort of grab Brawlin, bring him over here, and start doing like pseudo measurements. Be like, where should I,
would
lay?
Josh,
How
I
should
think-
I lay you?
tenderly and quick.
But he'll just kind of
Um,
keep going over this pantomiming and inspecting. Brood guards just standing there.
Question.
Yes.
Blood that is here, is
Mhm.
it boiling?
It is not, but this is more like dried blood. But as you can see, there are grooves that lead from the altar into these pits that then lead into the snake fountain.
How wide are these grooves?
Maybe a foot wide.
Gossip might be able to slip through.
You think she's that anemic?
Yeah,
I was gonna say I don't have
considering
any
I drew her
feats
thighs,
invested
no.
in. I don't have any feats invested in squeezing.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm just light on my feet.
Yeah, but you know. Anadi's gonna stand here. God, there's so fucking many enemies between us and the gong.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like this is where they live or something.
So
Yeah, well.
We should knock it off.
so Shawshick,
Yeah.
can you just go in and get your sister, or is that not a good idea?
I think we
mental.
established that wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, that's probably not a good idea.
As we're doing this, Anadi, just like before, is going to look down this one.
All right, you go
the
inspecting
portcullis.
this room.
I'm getting 1 point extra time every time.
The brood guards
Slowly
kind of
climbing.
momentarily snuff you with their tongues as you get close to them. Beyond the portcullis, you can see almost like large chains on cranks that lower into these floor, which is like barred, and there's 4 of these pits. You can see a little bit more of glowing from a pad, and you can hear what's probably the faint sound of someone crying.
Those
knock it off.
torture chambers. Okay.
Did
Yes.
what do the glowing pads do again?
You don't know.
Anadi doesn't know. She just mentioned them.
Okay.
But you have
Also,
seen
that's
them
good to
in
know.
3 different locations now, so they might have some kind of significance.
I don't know if these
I don't
all
think
connect
so.
to the right locations anymore then, because
Mm.
that one is the lever on our side, or does it? If it's obviously not on this side, it's probably in there. Okay.
It's actually right here. They drew this one.
Oh. You mean the pot? The urn?
Yeah, it's a
Alright.
big
I
hand
think
crank.
it's. Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's like what they have in the middle of the ships.
Yeah,
Fair
turnstile.
It's like a valve.
You kind of hear.
we
you
really
looking
can't
about
speak
a
in
bit.
Whispered words to each other here.
Yeah, you're kind of having to use Shawshick as like talk back and forth to each other. But he sees you looking in the room, checking out the handle. Is like, do you want that room opened?
Nadi shakes her head, and if you use that on me, Gasa, Nadi's going to mention we have one room where we can kind of talk freely, which is the big chamber. Now that we did a minor scouting, maybe we go back there where we know it's semi-safe.
Is that the plan?
Yeah, Gasa will agree.
All right. With a quick little game of telephone, Shawshick will eventually just lead you guys choo-choo all the way back down to here.
Yep.
And he will say
Man, this is
that a verbal conversations should still be kept mostly quiet. There are still
Yeah.
eyes and ears everywhere.
Let's keep whispered tones. All right.
not the tactical espionage action I was looking for.
Yeah. So
Fuck.
most nearest chamber we've seen is the one with the pure blood and the 2 brood guards. With that though, Shawshick,
Mhm.
if in the kindest way to put it, the brood guards that we've seen, are they capable of telepathy? Because they look a little bit more primal than your normal kind.
He says if one of them were to have telepathy, that would be astronomical, as they are the lowest rungs of society. Of this
Good to
society.
know.
He says, pretty much the brood guards are if someone is too useless to be used as a slave and can't really be used for anything else, not even sacrificing, they get turned into a brood guard. So that at least they're a mindless servant.
So they're lesser than slaves, but respected because they're snaky.
Yes.
Damn.
So
And
they're
because-
mindless.
Yeah.
So
They only follow orders of whatever they're told to do, which is why you see them everywhere, because there's absolutely no chance in them betraying the snake people.
That's a good thought then. I have an idea, and if you're all willing to listen, you, I pointed Joshuk, seem to have some form of respect regarding brood guards. You could possibly pull these two brood guards in here. It's Alexander, Zig, dispatch them. Gossa Bob on, detail. Gossa Bob Brolin on detail for that. And I'm a good sniper. I could shoot that one. If I get an angle. And with that line of sight, they won't even notice what happens. And possibly whatever pets they have on the wall might even eat that one. So we don't even have to worry about it.
He says
I
he does kind of like
Sorry,
the
go ahead.
idea of assassinating, but he says no
The
real
rules on
great
Quick Run
way
too
of
deep.
hiding bodies in here.
Dump them in a pool of blood.
Yeah.
yeah,
in
what
the
do we do
blood.
that?
Yeah, tie weight around him. Brolin,
Or would
you've got that, right?
we-
You can sink people.
Or would we mess up the blood plumbing?
He goes,
I don't care.
well, Shashik's kind of like, well, if there does get a kink in the line, people will find out eventually. But also, the pool is only so deep. He'll be like, it's only waist deep.
Waist deep's enough for a body. Waist deep on who? On Bob or on like?
Shashik
Dolgren?
goes, someone like me.
Okay.
Is it so this is probably bending what I can do a little bit. Is it reasonable to say that if they're already dead, I could like cremate them in place because fire?
That would still leave a large pile of ashes and bones.
and make
Char.
Yeah, that's true. It would stink. Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
But that doesn't change the fact that we could bring it here and remove the problem. Other suggestion I had.
Oh,
We have a door that we haven't interacted
wait,
We've
wait,
got
wait, wait.
with. And a
several
Hold on, hold on.
doors.
Guys. The bodyguard thing, yes, good. But also, that chick was into Alexander. We could have Alexander go up there to kind of, talk to her and just push her into the fucking basilisk.
Well, even that's a good idea. Alexander, how does your god feel about that?
I don't
Yeah.
think Aurori would have any.
Yeah.
I don't think Aurori would really care, but doesn't feel right.
I'm willing to kill if you don't want to. Fortunately, I
Does-
have a bias against these snakes.
Does anyone have silence? Or like
But that's
able
what I was
to...
asking
We tried that earlier.
Bob earlier.
Okay.
Silence only works on a willing creature.
Okay.
So-
What about like a fog cloud or anything like that?
Well, yeah, no,
Uh,
Bob had a great idea. Shashik and Alexander.
Hmm.
The girl, as Gossa mentioned, or as Bob mentioned, was interested in Alexander. Two of you could possibly usher them over, pretend she has to shirk her duties. If she's not capable of telepathy, we'll hope. We have to try some bit of risk here, probably. We can probably question her, and if we find her to be too much of a threat, do what we have to. And then we can disable the gong. We have this room cleared out. We can possibly then look through here. not
Yeah, I was about to
worry
say
about
alternate
sight.
idea is there's several other pathways.
Yeah. Because as of right now, we want to get rid of the ones that are potentially dangerous and know the location, or at least seem smart enough to know the location of others. She looks like she's just above a slate.
Getting a better look at her, she was like, yeah, very lowly clothing, is having to do manual labor. She's probably a pureblood slave.
Yeah.
Or servant of
So-
some kind.
Okay.
Well-
Maybe we can get her if we all bring him into this room, ignoring
have
the
to
pets
kill
on
her.
the wall. If we have to. But I'm not
Let's do a murder.
So
I can
I
do
look
that.
over at Bob.
have-
Is that how you describe it?
Do
I have
murder.
a
I mean, what would you call it?
I have a suspicion that this spot here and this spot down here might be connected.
Maybe.
Not sure where that goes. What I'm thinking is a distraction of some sort, but I don't know what distraction yet.
Well, any distractions as well. We don't want to
Bomb.
cause a raise of alarm. We don't want to bomb.
There's that door too.
Speaking of though, I
Bomb
think
is a
this
great
location is pretty good
distraction.
for a bomb. There's probably this is the temple. Like this is probably the perfect place. Because if they're gonna do a ritual at the shrine, right here.
Well, it's either that or they're the god person, dude.
Denver.
Zach,
Actually, I'm gonna
um,
look at
Do the brood guards? Can we tell if they have like line of sight on this part here?
Oh yeah, this
Probably get up
area
there easy.
is of equal elevation to this area.
But does he have line of sight because it's going through the wall there?
Then no.
So I mean, the brood guards. He said they don't act really unless commanded.
Yeah,
Okay,
which-
is it reasonable that we can go over here and climb up the statue to figure out what the fuck these pads are?
Maybe.
Yeah. So far, Nadi's just mentioned that he's seen, or she's
I think
seen,
if
green
that-
glow.
Sorry, what the glow is.
Yeah, just the glow.
If we were going to do that, does Shawshik know? Did we ask him?
We did
Looks
not.
over at Joshik.
Let's see if he remembers. It'd be more obscure.
That's low.
Yeah, he does not
That's
remember.
really fucking low.
Well,
Alright.
if we're going to send someone over there, I suggest it be a naughty.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at stealth. But even so,
You don't. Would we need stealth for that though? Because nobody can see it.
I just
People
don't
can
wanna make
hear you
noise, but I
clinging
can
on
also-
rocks.
Eyes and ears.
I can also
What part of
just-
eyes and ears everywhere did you escaped you?
I'm going to fly up here and
Alright.
quickly dash across and hope that none of the guards see me through the little slit.
Alright,
Retract
you-
my wings, and from this position, trying to get no LOS. Look at this.
Yeah, you don't see anyone that could possibly see you except for maybe your companions. But yeah. This is a circular disc that seems to be made or part of the floor. It is a couple feet wide, perfectly circular. The disc itself is marked with what seems to be a large red serpentine shape and is surrounded by smaller green insignias and runes.
And I make an Arcana, Religion,
Yes.
Nature.
Arcana or occultism.
I'm not good at that one, but I'm trained in Arcana.
24.
That's
That's not bad.
It's it's on the tip of your tongue. You recognize some of the runes. Some of the runes you recognize are runes that are used in like teleportation spells. So maybe it's some kind of transportation spot.
And I'm just gonna back up, back down, and oh, hello, Berlin. I think it's a teleporter. And then I'm gonna walk over to the other people and start explaining that thing as well. I think it might be a teleporter, but I still think that the best way to potentially secure another room and possibly not attract attention would be to get rid of them over there, unless we want to explore little. I don't think that if we want to explore more, that we go through the necromancer's chamber.
Yes, she was awfully grouchy.
Yeah, she
I-
probably not.
I think before we really do anything, we should try and dismantle the gong, because
Well,
otherwise
we
that's
do
just...
that when we get these fuckers in here.
Okay.
Because then after we get them in, kill them, there's no one visual to disable the gong, and we hopefully get her in there as well. And we question while disabling, all that stuff. And from what the chains seem to be like on these fuckers, they're animals. They probably won't try and rush to us.
Hopefully.
Well, hopefully they have strong enough chain links.
This was
So-
actually like little like you see at movie theaters. There's little sticks with a little bit of rope. The basilisks were
Mm.
actually chained to the walls.
Well, then let's hope that the phalanx behemoth, as terrifying as its name is well behaved. If that's all it takes to keep it changed.
Yep.
But
Anyone,
yeah, we need
and
to
you
get
guys will
these
all
fuckers in this
notice
room.
that it's actually a young Triceratops. They get much bigger than that.
Fair enough.
So it's a beast of burden.
That, or it's possibly even, if you can tell by the door, a big ram.
All right,
Because
so
if I were to defend this location, firstly I wouldn't open the doors, but then a Triceratops running through the entrance, that'd be my second choice.
so what are we doing?
So you guys want to kill the brood guards, and you want to question and kill this servant. How do
We
you
might
want to
not
do
have
it?
to kill her. Alexander Shashik, and possibly Gassa. Enticing looks.
Shashik
Mm.
says.
Yeah, Gassa will pimp out Alexander. Let's go.
Shashik says. Shashik says he can
Okay.
easily distract the brood guards, and then if we dump them in the vat, you have maybe an hour before someone starts to notice like water flow issues.
We want to get, preferably, we want to get everyone in this room.
All right.
Sorry, before I leave,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
what if they don't have any bones in their body?
Shashik, the brute guards in your race have bones.
Yes.
No. If we
Okay.
remove the bones from the body, do you think it will take longer for the fountain to clog?
It might.
Just maybe we'll think about drowning them. Maybe we'll just prop them up against the wall here, and nobody will look right over when looking for the brood guards.
I'm just saying.
No, I
It
agree.
can take.
We'll just think about it.
They don't need their skeletons.
Jesus Christ. I don't know who Jesus is, but I would pray to him right now.
Gossa,
I'd like to
you
imagine that
Simon's
Goss is just dragging Alexander by the arm.
Gossa, you psycho bimbo.
Send Shashik up there as well, so that after Gassa and Alexander
But what's-
possibly get Sokash, we get the brood guards out of there as well. We want
So-
them all in this room.
You want Shashik to order the brood guards to come down here?
If
While
we
Agasa
can get
distracts
this
her?
girl in.
Yeah. You just
We
tell me
want
whatever
all of them.
Gassa needs to roll. Gassa's just selling Alexander up the river, pretty much.
All right.
If we can, we
Shashik
wanna
pretty
get
much
everyone
goes up
there.
as like, these two, I need them for something. You two come with me, and then they stop sweeping and they follow Shashik back into this chamber. The girl, she's kind of like, oh, okay, but doesn't question it because Shashik is obviously higher in the food chain than her. But she sees you two come walking up, and she is very flustered to see Alexander come walking back. She's like, oh, she almost goes to say hi, but then she's like, oh, I remember. I can't say anything.
Does she speak? She might not even speak common. That's a good point. Sorry.
Well, that's all right. Gassa will greet her in Aklo.
She gives you a
And
bow.
yeah. Does she understands though?
Yeah.
Okay. And Gassa will continue. That her companion, this himbo that she is traveling with.
That's fair. That's
Do
fair.
you like unbutton the top of his shirt just so you can do a little bit more?
Maybe beforehand, before going
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. He normally has to be very on guard with the boss just because that's what he demands. But Gassa thinks that she could help him maybe unwind a little. And Gassa will make whatever roll she has to
Go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
okay.
Alexander's very confused. He doesn't understand a lick of what's being said right now.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just
that's
sees
alright.
two girls giggling at each other.
Gassa told you the plan beforehand.
Right.
shall I
He's
see?
selling.
Face. Ooh,
He's selling.
Yeah.
he's voguing.
Nice, nice, nice.
But,
I
this
can also do deception if you would like.
that's fine. This individual, she introduces herself as Sakash, and she's very flustered. You can see she's starting to get all kind of pink in the face and embarrassed. She's like, "Oh, the next, I'm so honored to have such a proposition. The next fertility ritual was in 3 days. I didn't think I would have a partner."
Well, would you like to practice?
She gets
Whoa.
very red in the face, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know. I have work to do. I can't let the others just catch me shirking my chores."
Take a break.
We have others for that.
But she
You
got,
saw their entourage. They're just standing around uselessly right now.
well, she's kind of like, "Well, okay." You managed to talk her into it. It seems like
Twist your arm a little bit.
yeah, and she will kind of like, "Well, okay." And she'll grab Alexander, and she'll kind of wrap herself around your arm, and you can see she's making dreamy, swoony eyes at you.
Gasa
And
tells you
now-
everything you need to know in is there a word limit on this one? No, that's a different spell. But yeah. Gasa smiles and goes to get the other people to work.
What do I do?
And now
Walk over, bro.
you do a murder.
All right.
That is up to you.
That-
If you want to kill
that's-
her, if you want to
That's the brief response.
Now,
Seeing
now you
Gasa-
kill the girl that is clinging onto your arms with dreams in her eyes.
that seeing Gasa come back is I'm gonna take that as the sign to whack these two bozos.
A naughty who has gotten up here in that time has hunted prey this one.
All right.
At the same
So-
time, Zig swings.
Because that they've been in front of us for a good minute, I'm gonna use Battlefield Surveyor to add 2 to my initiative.
All right.
I was actually gonna ask, since they're
Mhm.
mindless, would this be considered surprise?
Yes. They are
Or-
currently
okay, cool.
following Shashik. They have followed him and are standing just there, looking at him, waiting for orders. And so, with
Alright.
your guys' coordination, you guys could very easily just coup de grace the both of them before they really react, because they're so intent
Okay.
on Shashik. If that happens, then you guys just can kind of just kill them and dump the bodies.
Cool.
Are we dumping the bodies right away?
I don't know. That's up to you guys.
I'm
That's
down
what you
for it.
said.
If it hides them under the blood, yes. If it doesn't, then there's really no point.
Are they floating or are they sinking?
I
Yeah.
mean, you could see a little bit of them, but if you you kind of get them dyed red a little bit, maybe they're not too noticeable.
Could you mistake the fact that they're possibly just like another boiling bubble that hasn't popped if you just had a brief glance?
Probably.
All right, then we don't have to worry.
and Gasa
Environmental storytelling.
Gasa wants to use her pole to push them to the side so they aren't immediately clogging.
Oh, like that?
Yeah, just push them away from the drain a little bit.
All right, so coming back from this murder and body disposal, what is Alexander doing with his new girlfriend?
And I will say,
yeah.
Gasa explained that she used message and
Right.
so she and if you want me to roll deception for this act, for her to be just sort of maybe she's trying to just coyly smile at Alexander from behind her sleeve, but at the same time she's using message to inform him pretty much the entirety of what she just promised this girl.
Oh, that Alexander would show
Um,
her a good time?
Yeah, well, they're practicing for the fertility ritual, I think she said.
Yep.
And it's up to him what he does with that, whether he murders this slave girl.
Yeah, do you go to
or,
make out with her and just choke the shit out of her? What do you do?
Jesus Christ.
He's into it. He's
Choke
into
her
it.
in a non-sexual way. Choke her in a non-sexual way. He's trying to kill her. He's trying to kill her.
Do it.
Unalive her in Minecraft.
No.
Yeah.
Why'd you put the morally good character in this position, you
Bring her
assholes?
over
Yeah.
here then, so you can just threaten her rather than kill her.
Yeah.
And we
Kill
can talk
her
to her.
during the greatest thing that's ever happened to
Oh.
her.
No.
We might not even have to kill her, bro. She might be so low tier she doesn't know telepathy. We might just have to tie her up.
Yeah.
You might like that too.
Oh, Jesus.
Um,
So we don't even know if we can talk to her.
Snake people are
yeah.
into
Does
some
she
weird
speak
shit.
common?
I don't know.
Oh my god, does she speak common at all?
Roleplay,
Do you
Rob.
say common to her?
Tell me what this ritual is about. I was told there was a ritual.
And you're speaking in common?
Yeah, and that's the only language I know.
All right. All right. She
Oh,
actually
there it
does.
goes. There it goes.
She actually does know
Okay.
common. And she goes,
Big-
"Oh,
bigs up.
you must be kind of new. Every couple of months we have a fertility ritual as part of our giving praise to Dindar and to repopulate our numbers. Most of the time,
As one does.
for most of us don't get to participate, especially some of us of the lower caste. She's kind of talking while she does that finger rub on your exposed chest.
Is her other hand kind of like twiddling the hair she has?
Yeah, she's
Right,
the other hand's feeling the muscles on your arms.
I'm not sure I'm familiar with such a tradition, but tell me more.
She says, "I will tell you more if you follow me behind the carts."
Okay.
Bring her over.
See Gasa, as you pass by this corner here, you see Gasa's like sort of standing here keeping watch. She gives you 2 big thumbs up.
And in between the two carts, she kind of just jumps on you and begins to have girly moments.
Oh my god.
Mate, you either put your foot down or
hey.
you do something. 'Cause
Hey,
otherwise you're getting manhandled.
Alexander, I suggest that you roll performance.
I don't think he's trained in that.
I'm not.
You can do
That's
whatever.
not before.
You can react in any way that you feel is appropriate for your character, or for whatever you feel. Try not to get your cover blown.
Well, it sounds like something's getting blown other way. I
It's
don't.
up to you, bro.
Oh fuck. Am I able to tell? Like, is there anybody like looking?
Um,
No,
From this-
Gasa's giving you your privacy. She just
from this angle,
Just the behemoth.
yeah,
That's
not
a good
even
point.
the
Like, a
not even
behemoth
the
probably
brew
looks-
guard.
It's like a dog in the side of the room.
Yeah, not even the brew guards in the other room can see what's going on around the corner. The
I
animals,
might hear it soon.
the animals kind of are very nonchalant because they're animals. They don't care. They fuck in front of each other all the time.
That's very fair.
Cat song of strength.
As you're there, you're just thinking of Alexander's pure muscles and form. You're like, I need to employ this.
Don't think about the scales. Don't think about the scales.
What do you mean? That's what
Gotta
makes
help.
it good.
Alexander's got to make a survival check. What the fuck? Fuck. What should I do?
Do you want to be manhandled? Yes or no? It's,
I
It's a
feel.
simple
Listen, you
question.
know what? Remember when Alexander was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna free this slave guy," and now now you've put him in such a compromising situation with another slave.
yeah. Well, guess what Anati said? Bring her over here. Guess what you're not doing?
Guess where Anati is? Not in this fucking room.
Yeah, because I'm not. She's not attracted to me. If I was, I still wouldn't join the room as well. But anyway,
As she
Yeah, she's
is
trying
like
to
leading
be,
me over here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once you follow her in there, she's trying to be all affectionate and take things to another level.
Murder. Murder.
As she's doing this, I'm just like behind the carts. I'm just going to whisper, "I'm sorry," and try to knock her out.
Okay. Give
Hey,
me
that's
a
good.
ath-
There you go.
athletics check. All right.
Yeah.
She's getting all kind of physical with you, trying to get all intimate, and you're just like,
Bad touch.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And she's kind of like, huh? And then you just do
You kill her?
what's his
No.
name? Splinter Cell, where you just like put her in a chokehold and squeeze till she passes out.
No, as she's like blacking out, I'm just gonna be like, "It's gonna be okay. You'll be okay.
No.
She whispers,
You'll live."
Weird.
She whispers, I'm into it.
I hope she's
God.
Nah, she's just you can see very confused and alarmed as you're just choking the shit out of her. But she passes out, and then you push her under one of the carts.
Bring her over here. What are you doing?
Yeah.
While
Alexander,
this
that
is
was your
going
one
on,
chance.
For
Uh,
what?
Fucking bring her in here because this is the safe room. That
Yeah,
room is
I'm
not
gonna-
safe.
I'm gonna take her with me and just kind of like
I mean, we're putting people in blood
We're not
pools. I
putting
wouldn't
her
say
in
this
that.
room's safe
Don't-
either.
I don't want to
That-
put her in the blood pool. I didn't kill her for a reason.
Can we just like put her right here behind the wall?
Yeah,
I wanna
put her like
question her
right
basically.
there.
All right, you prop her up.
Either
Right
that, or we
there.
can throw her in there with the concubines.
So
but
it
probably
looks
not.
like she's
That's
asleep,
a bad idea.
abandoning her chores. She'll probably get skinned alive when the guards find her.
Not when you get her. As I notice Alexander come in, I look to Brolin, Zig, and I point to the gong.
Yep.
And Gossa as well. 'Cause
All right.
there's probably some
And
strings
who-
or something on there with her seamstress.
So
she can
this
do it.
is a pretty big gong, and so whoever is trying to say dismantle it without ringing it is gonna need to make some athletics checks.
Hey, Roland, can you just melt it?
Ooh,
That's what I was
I don't
thinking
know.
earlier as well.
Can I?
it's metal. What kind of abilities you got?
So, my base kinesis says that I can't. Where did it go?
You can generate fire, so you bring an ordinary non-magical piece of the chosen element from its elemental plane.
Yep.
Plane. It can be used for any of its
There it is.
normal uses.
So, near the bottom, though, it says suppress. You destroy an existing piece of an element, such as snuffing out a flame or evaporating water from a cup. This affects natural forms of the element, not durable crafted goods. So, I can melt it. I can't just fucking disappear it, though.
Evaporate the metal.
Yeah.
Melting works. It can't gong if it's melted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
So
can change
that's-
its shape, then totally.
if that's what
do it.
you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. You begin to heat up your hands, and you kind of just slowly clasp the gong.
Starting at the bottom.
You all watch as it begins to glow red, then white, and then it slowly begins to trickle down, forming a molten metal puddle. And within a moment
Yeah.
or two, it's completely gone.
And now that it's no longer in its crafted form, I will just kind of suppress the pile of metal sitting on the ground so that it
And
just disappears.
You banish it to elemental plane of metal.
Pretty much.
All right. That's two things
Bam,
taken care
awesome.
of.
All right, the alarm's gone.
Okay,
I feel more
so
comfortable now for sure.
so now we should try and get his sister, or should we go and confront the boss?
Well,
We
there's
might need to see what else is in this fucking place first.
Yeah, we have further places to the south. We have
3 doors that we can't see.
the potential concubine pit with this. If I had to cheat a little bit, I saw a shoulder. I think it looks like a brood guard, so there's some guards in there. But if we have Shashik, we can do stuff with that. See if we can potentially talk to them, but they might be loyal. We also have down here. The main issue however, is she is now the other one that Shashik had suspected that she could fucking use telepathy.
Shashik will
I
kind
don't
of,
wanna
how
fight
since
them.
you
long
guys were
do we
asking
think
about it,
Stay at the
Shashik
hype
will
sheet.
kind of
she's gonna
tell
be
you.
unconscious?
Well, I would prefer to wake her up and gag her. Or just
Uh,
gag her in general.
With questions of telepathy, Shashik will kind of say that from lower class to higher class, the chances of a Yonti being born with telepathic powers is higher. So, like, brood guards, no telepathy, pure bloods, maybe like 25% chance. People like Shashik, 50% chance.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Hmm.
And then, of course, the ones that are like full snake, like the abominations and such, they all of them are telepathic.
What's the range on telepathy?
100 feet.
Okay. What
That's
was
enough
that?
to alert the guards. That's enough to alert there. Okay, well. If we had to keep her away from anybody, it would have to be all the way back here.
Yeah, especially depending on what's in this room.
And so you have disposed of 2 brood guards, knocked out a servant, disposed of the alarm system, and have so far maintained a good cover into blending in.
Yeah, I feel like the next time we plan to go up for Shashik's sister, we are going for it. There's no backing out at that point.
Yeah.
If we want to go to Rast and see, from the sound of it, what you mentioned, Shashik, the man is supposedly not set to die, at least not anytime soon. He sounds in.
He has been considered to be immortal, and as well as a very powerful necromancer and a very
Oh, he's a
talented
fucking
swordsman.
So
Jesus.
the other thing that that Roland wants to point out is, to make the DM's life harder, we could potentially bring NPCs into this, because somebody was crying in this room, as well as somebody was crying in the cavern back here, which may or may not be related to this Y pathway.
Yeah.
It's up to you guys.
Well,
We also have the potential this location, which because this room is now kind of bare in this way.
Yep.
I vote that we do a little bit more exploring and keep this one gagged in case she wakes up and doesn't have telepathy.
yeah.
Opinions, thoughts?
As long
I
as we
mean-
can keep her quiet, I would be very interested in checking out what's down here.
Yeah,
Like in this area.
I just know that if we wait too long since we killed the 2 brood guards and her, it's gonna be easier for her to be found.
If
Our
the
timer has
DM
started.
Yeah, if the DM said what he said earlier, we have an hour. So we got 1 hour to start exploring. Do we want to explore?
We're discussing this. Casa will go back over with her pole and push them away from the drain again.
Yeah.
I think that we should try and get the sister first.
I've reset
Well-
our hour.
Once we snatch the sister, that's it. Like we're making our way out the door.
Yeah, and if we should.
Hopefully killing the priestess on the way out, but
Yeah, we're gonna blow up this place. We might not even have to fight Rasmussen because we could bury him in this fucking rubble.
oh, we do have to fight him, don't we?
Well, no, we don't. We could bomb him.
Well, okay, so I want him dead because of those ghouls.
Yeah. I think the fact
Oh,
that if you
shit.
put a bomb in the inside of a mountain, I think the mountain around it will crumble. There's a bunch
Here's-
of temple on top of us.
Yeah,
Here's-
but we don't know on how strong that bomb is.
Here's
Very
the other
strong.
issue. The longer we stay in here, the more likely we run into those ghouls and get made out.
Why would you make out with a ghoul?
You know that fucking meme.
I don't know, man. They got those tongues, so you know.
Yeah.
I
They
was
do
gonna say,
got the tongues.
What is
I
what is
know- I know
Shashik's
Raglan.
interpretation on this?
He says that whatever we should do, we should not dawdle on it. As
I
staying
And
in one room too long will draw suspicion. Moving back and forth through one spot too many times will draw suspicion.
I say we go to a location we haven't been, which is
Okay.
are
Uh,
the
which
I'm
is
gonna
possibly in the direction of the crying.
Well,
I
I
wanna
mean, or we
ask
could just go
Shashik.
this way.
Yes.
I want to ask Shashik if the slaves are like unquestioningly loyal, or if after she wakes up and we can make it out of here, if she would be like cool with just going her own way.
He goes, that depends on which slaves you're talking about. The brute
The
guard,
one that I just dragged in here.
he goes, she's not classified as a slave. She is a servant.
Oh, well,
She's a
would-
pureblood.
regardless, would that apply to her, or would she be, fighting us every step of the way?
He goes, it depends.
You'd have to
Fuck.
ask her if she likes her position, but she's not.
Depends if she
Does she
actually
like?
want to live here or if she wants to leave.
Okay,
It all depends on how often she wants you to put her in a new position. That's all we need.
that's not where I was getting at.
Yeah, get very familiar, aren't you? I'm looking at Brolin when I say that.
Brolin just kind of looks at you and looks the other way, trying to figure out like you're looking past him, trying to figure out who you're talking to.
No. Point being, so. Sorry, Zig. Which location did you point out when I pointed out to the southwest?
It was the big double doors.
So that's Terrasnasy. I
Yep.
feel like if we explore that location, though, we might get told off for why are you going toward the King's Chamber.
Shashik will also state that he is most likely in there. During the
Okay, if he's right behind those fucking doors, then
Yeah. He says best
Yeah.
serves of his memory. Rosasi sits on his throne most of the day, and then stays in his private chamber most of the night. Sometimes he wanders
Was
about.
it day
but
or night
not-
when we came in here?
It's daytime.
it was. If I'm doing the math correct per hex, it should have been 10:30 when we got everyone together. But then no, we had the movement between the locations.
It probably would have been
it's
a little.
It's probably afternoon at this
Yeah.
point.
I would say probably like around 1.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. We also have one other thing that we can do. We have a teleporter. We have no idea where it goes, or at least I believe it's a teleporter. I saw 2 other green glowing things similarly, which could be. I point to the concubine room, or sorry, point to this room with the fucking things, and then I point to. I guess we're told the concubine, and I remember this location. I could possibly go in there, or if somebody has invisibility, somebody can step on there, go through, see where it leads, see if we can interact in that room at all before we do anything. Because who knows what might be going on in here. Shashik, how, other than the fact that Rasmussen rules all, how much destabilization happens within the Yonti? Do you all kill each other all the time?
He goes, I wouldn't say
For
all the
political
time,
reasons?
but oh yeah.
But does it happen for political reasons?
Yeah.
We might
It
find
happens for
someone in
political
here-
reasons, it happens for social reasons, it happens for religious reasons, it happens for food reasons.
I get it. We might find someone in here who is an ally, but we have to explore. And we have to take a risk. So, my votes right now, a little bit more exploring. We know where Rasnasi is. We know where the sister is. We don't know who was crying. We could help them.
There was 2 people crying. Don't forget that.
Yes, the other person that was crying was in here, so...
There's gonna be a third one crying right here.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is they could be potential allies and or people we need to rescue before we blow up the fucking...
Mm-hmm. They might be able to help us out with this, yeah.
And so,
Exactly.
what is the party thinking as their next course of action?
I would say check out the Y, either this door or the Y tunnel.
That's 2
Personally.
people for exploring then.
Yep. I agree.
Alright, that's 3.
Mhm.
What does that mean? I heard you grunt, Alexander. Not the real Alexander, the D&D one.
I didn't say anything.
What is your opinion, then?
I don't really. I mean, I think we shouldn't waste too much time, but
Well,
whatever you guys
need
want
to
to
make
do.
a decision. All right. Well, then your vote is nullified. That's 3 for going. That's outvoted. That's 3 versus 2. We're exploring. Who does the things?
All right,
Is those the thing? What?
Shashik
Yeah,
will lead the way
marching order.
for wherever you guys are sort of directing him. To this door? All right.
I guess
I
we're
wanna go
going down to
southwest.
this doorway.
I want to go southwest rather than. Okay.
So in that way?
I was
No, that's fine. No, we're going to the door. We're already there.
I was just following Shashik. My bad.
Yeah. Well, it's the only reason I had about that is potentially line of sight and sound.
I feel like the thing blocks it.
One
The
moment.
statue.
Yes, sound stops when it meets a singular object in the point of a room in a large chamber.
Oh well, no.
It doesn't
Okay,
go
so
around
part,
it.
yeah. Part 2 of that would be the basilisk and behemoth making animal noises that would help cover it. So.
Shashik opens
hope
the
they fart
door.
all the time.
Oh
And-
fuck!
Within
What
the
the
chamber,
fuck?
within the chamber are various suits of armor, piles of weapons, things of ammunition, and the mist is a large coiled skeletal snake.
Shut the door! Shut the door! Shut the door!
It begins to rise up
Shashik's choice.
when one of you guys shuts the door.
Yeah, let's not fuck with that one.
All right, moving on.
I feel
Yep,
like
this
that
one.
thing might have an opinion to say in just a moment. Shashik, what the fuck was that?
I believe that was the armorer.
Will
Armorer?
be fucking worried by the fact that we just opened and closed their door?
Maybe.
Cool.
Let's just
Fucking
get out of their sight.
This one doesn't have a door, and as you guys begin to turn the corner, you see a very similar sight of a room with a giant snake in it.
Motherfucker.
Jesus. Okay.
And as you guys
Okay.
draw into this room,
Is this
it too.
is this not what we expected?
No.
Well, it's what we
Snake temple?
expected, but at least we're out of a line of sight of the other guards, which is my opinion.
With
better choice.
no one stopping Shashik, he will keep entering into the room. This large serpent that's kind of, it seemed to be nudging and coiling about things, rises up. And it's like, greetings, Master. How may I be of a service?
Is this all in Aklo or Common?
It's speaking in common.
Shadow Tongue?
Oh.
And Dwarvish, perhaps?
Yeah.
As
That'd
you
be
guys
Dahlgren.
look about, this room is filled with various just crates and boxes of all kinds of different things, like clothing, dried food, what could be considered camping supplies, or adventurer's gear, just all kinds of various necessities for various different forms of life, everyday life.
If it's speaking in common, I'd be like, yeah. Do you have any raisin bran?
I'm sorry,
address you as
Lord.
master.
I don't know raisin bran.
Nah, it's okay.
I only have regular bread.
What is raisin bran?
it's a delicacy that I found in travels. It's like a puffed cereal or whatever. It's like a breakfast food. It has dried fruit and then some sort of like meal grain.
I shall add it to the surveys.
Thank you.
Is there anything else I may be of assistance with?
I can't ask it anything because I'm just supposed to be a slave.
Oh yeah, and behind it you can see a set of
Um,
double doors.
That's like my way of interpreting my guy kind of looking at the door and looking at everybody and like looking back at the door repeatedly.
But as we
Does
go there,
I would just look at Shashik and be like, well, does my master have any requests?
He kind of, is like, just standing there. He doesn't know what to say. He's like, no.
Um, actually, there is one more thing. Do you have any maps, particularly of this place?
Jeez.
Yes, master. I have a few parchments that contain the lower levels of the Fane.
Oh,
And you'll
that
see
would
it
be much
begin to
appreciated.
slither amongst some of the barrels and such, looking for something. And after a moment, it
Fucking
peeks its
start to
head
kill
back
it.
out and comes over and goes to hand you a scroll case.
Ah, thank you. And I'll look at everybody. All right, I think this is what we came for.
Much
I look around the room for anything
obliged.
useful.
And then you
40.
see the snake pick up like a piece of charcoal and do a cross-off mark on a piece of paper.
40 to look through the room to see if there's anything useful. Like there's anything that's like, oh, that is the glowing. That's a holy avenger right on the wall.
Yeah, there is nothing, let's see, particularly magical. As you look about the room, you can very easily tell that this is a storeroom. And inside you find bolts of cloth, crates of pieces of metal, uh, barrels of metal, barrels of spices, chests of like rope and paper and blankets and cloth, and just all kinds of various things that people would use for everyday life.
Are there any well, I guess that'd be. Never mind. Actually, is there a lantern in here?
Uh, there's the torches.
Oh. Okay.
While
Oh
this
yeah,
is going,
if you ask for oil and lanterns, the quartermaster can oblige you.
I gladly take that because I'm gonna
He
ask Brolin
asks,
later. Or
how
Callie,
much would you like?
How many vials of oil take up weight? Oil flask. How heavy are these things? That's not what they're called. Vial. Oil? What is? God damn it! It's just no simple oil in it.
It should be lantern oil,
There it is.
right?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it. It doesn't matter. I will look at another oil. How heavy are these fucking things? Light. All right. I asked for 10.
All right, he gives you 10 vials of oil. And how many lanterns would you like?
Just one.
He gives you a
I'm gonna
single
ask Brolin or
lantern,
Callie, hopefully.
and you watch
In the
as he
future, I'm gonna-
tallies up everything he hands you and crosses them off checklists.
Thank you. Looks to Shashik. Nudges the head toward the other door.
Shashik nods. He gives a bow and thanks the large serpent before making his way to the double doors. And as he does so, the snake kind of just glances about you all, and then, seeing as that no one else needs him for anything, he goes back to what seems to be sorting and counting. And then Shashik goes to open the set of double doors. And in here, there's very dim light from a small little, essentially a campfire. Inside, you see a couple more brood guards and a full-on Yanti abomination grooming and checking herself out in a mirror, and beside her is a young boy in very dirty clothes. And upon seeing you all, the young boy kind of like snaps to and is like, "Oh, hello, masters. How may I be of assistance? How may I serve you? How may I?" And you hear like a small crack of a whip of the abomination flicking her tail, and the little boy shuts up and stiffens up.
Holds up, and just because I'm not trying to be too pedantic, but
Mhm.
this is just blue. Aren't abominations large size?
Not in,
Is she just a really small abomination?
in 5e. Abominations are still medium.
No,
And
they're
so
large.
I could have swore the last I checked them up, they were still medium. But oh well.
Sorry, I might have totally derailed this there.
No. The little boy greets you, and yeah. Is there anything you guys would like to bring up, say, do?
Well, if we're gonna
rescue
this kid, we're gonna kill this snake.
I'm gonna open up the map that I was given, and does it have like the full layout of this place?
The map you are given does not have this specific spot on it. As you can tell from looking at the walls and such, all the walls throughout the rest of the Fane are very well polished and carved. Here, they're very crude and cut away.
Okay. Because I mean, I have a feeling that this area goes back into the area that we came in.
And I guess, yeah, I just looked them up. So yeah, abominations are large. I don't know what I was looking at before.
Might have been.
I personally think that we should turn back, but I'll follow with whatever the group does.
We gotta rescue, right?
I think we can figure that out next time. But yeah, rescue.
Oh yeah, didn't even realize it's 10 o'clock. So yeah,
Yeah.
opening the door is where we will have to cut this for tonight. But thank you to my players. Thank you to the viewers. I hope everyone has been enjoying this adventure. And we will catch you guys hopefully next time on the 16th.
Dragon Ball Z.
And
Don't
until
you motherfucker! I heard you in the background.
we'll see you next time. Peace.